All right, hello. We're doing things a little bit differently today. I think we got a few people in the chat, so let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm doing a little bit of a new setup for a live stream with the different microphone and kind of a different setup. So let me know that you can hear me all right. I got my chat over here on my computer. Let's see. Hi guys. Hi Lucas. Hey Ammon. What's up, Corey? David? Yeah, so if you're wondering what's going on here, this is just a normal day. I got to do some gun cleaning. I don't clean my guns every day, but this guy here is my carry weapon, and I've been shooting quite a bit at the range, practicing, and it's been pretty gunked up. I had a few times today where the slide didn't lock back, so I want to give it a good cleaning. This is just something you have to do, maintaining your firearms if you're going to own them. So yeah, I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone. I'd do a live stream rather than a video, and I could clean my VP9 in the process. What's going on, guys? Looks like we got all Australians in here right now because it's getting a little AFL crazy, you know. I'm saying I got the Sharon next to me. How we doing, guys? Human, what's going on? Welcome. Sorry, I don't want to stare too much at this. I feel like I gotta look at you too, but the chat's over here, so I gotta kind of. Michael, money, right? What's up? Oh, sorry, Mitchell. I read that wrong. I didn't see the T. The screen's a little small. Mitchell, I'm in up in the good old up north, right? Land of 10,000 lakes. Do you know what that one is? Do you know what state that is? The land of 10,000 lakes. Good. I'm glad you can hear me. Perfect. Otherwise, I'd be talking for no reason right now. Let me know if the audio level's good. Like I'm not too loud, too quiet. I want to make sure we're all good. Yeah, I got a lot of guys. I got a lot of AFL reaction videos coming, and my channel's not solely AFL based. I'm sorry to break your hearts, but it's not. So I got other videos that I do in between that stuff. So be patient. I got a lot of AFL videos in the pipeline. So things are coming. But yeah, I appreciate the suggestions. It's awesome. Humans like boo AFL. Yeah, human, you love the AFL, don't lie. Hey, at least Dave says soccer, like me. I say soccer. Or cricket. You got cricket in there. Cricket's been fun. Where's the cricket ball? There's the cricket ball. Got a couple cricket balls. Those are awesome. Been watching cricket lately. That's been awesome. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, so I'll be watching games, Wizza. So I'm watching games here and there. So I'm actually really busy right now. This is kind of cool to do a live stream and kind of update you guys on the channel. Those of you watching now are probably returning viewers, and if you're new here, welcome. But yeah, so I actually started school recently. I'm going back to college or a university. I don't know what you guys say. And to finish up my bachelor's, and so I'm kind of like crazy busy right now. Between that, doing videos and other stuff going on in life. But so yeah, so I'm trying to watch as many games as possible throughout the little bits of time I have, and some of the games I kind of have on the background doing other stuff, and then I'll catch the highlights and whatnot. So I'll try and catch the Lions Collingwood game for sure. University, you guys call it university? Patrick, I already did. Who's my favorite AFL team? All right, I knew this question was going to come. This is a Q&A, so feel free to ask me questions, guys. I figured I haven't done a Q&A yet or anything of the sorts, and I welcome your questions. But I do not have a team that I go for. We're going to get that right out of the way because that's the most asked question on my channel by far is which team I support or go for. You notice how I'm not saying root anymore? I learned. But yeah, so I don't have a team. I'm watching the games. I'm staying neutral, staying as non-biased, and I really can't have a team. I was like, not like I'm resisting it. It's just I don't know enough about the teams, and I'm really kind of enjoying watching you guys and your favorite teams and how that all interaction takes place, and kind of looking at it from a non-biased outside perspective is kind of fun. So Aztec, do I want to visit Australia? And if I do, I should come to Melbourne. Yeah. So actually, I do want to visit Australia, and I am planning a trip to Australia, like a month-long trip. There's no really set date yet with the whole, craziness going on with the killer virus and all. But yeah, so no, it's probably going to be a year or two. But I'm planning a trip. There's a GoFundMe currently that one of the members of the community started from Australia to raise some funds to get me out there. He started all that, and there's a link in the Discord that you can check out. Discord link is in the description. But yeah, so the link's there, and that's kind of raising money to get me out there in the next couple of years. So that's going to be super exciting. I can't wait for that. We got so much stuff planned. I've talked to so many of you guys from like every different city around Australia, and about doing because my plan is to do a meetup in every big city throughout Australia, because I'm going to basically every one. And we'll have like a day of like meetups and stuff somewhere, and do a bunch of stuff. And then I've like kind of interacted with people individually about going like fishing, doing some hunting possibly, which I think would be sweet. I want to do some hunting out there so bad, but all sorts of cool stuff. So if you want to be part of that, check out the Discord, and just kind of enjoy being with the community. Help me with suggestions on stuff to do out there, and when the time comes, I will be flying my way over across the pond and the big pond, and it'll be good. All right, what do we got here? Catching up. And pretty soon here, I got to start cleaning my baby girl. We got a lot of AFL talk. You guys really love your AFL. Tell you. Hey, what's up, future AFL GOAT? Sure, I'll give you a shout out. What's up, bud? I like your videos. I was pissed because I should have won last week. I just said 7 because it's my favorite number. There you go. That's another thing. 7's my favorite number. But I was close. I almost won it. I think I took second. Anyway, he's got future AFL GOAT. If you want, go to his channel, check it out. He does AFL videos, and he has like a little thing where he does like tipping and stuff, and like you can comment. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been interacting with him over there. That's been awesome. I won this week. Did I really? Or are you just saying that? You better not just be saying that. What was the oh, it was the crows, right? Wasn't the game about the crows that you had? Yeah, I'll have to look at that on your channel. Hey Hamish, chill out. And actually, I know a lot of Australians who have firearms, so I think they're a little bit misrepresented by you guys in some sense a lot of times too. But you know what? Thing is, everything here is legal, right? I actually have a permit to carry this in public, and I do, and I use it regularly, and not in public, like I shouldn't have said it that way, but I train with it regularly, and I did that today, and I noticed a couple things about it, and it needs a good cleaning, right? And if you're going to own a firearm, whether you agree with them or not, it's like owning anything. You got to take care of it properly, right? You don't get a car and never change the oil once in it and expect it to function properly, and not hurt you at some point, whatever. Oh, I tip Sydney by the. I'll take a look at it. That's sweet. Hey, that's funny though, because if I win, that's kind of bad, because you guys have been doing this a lot longer than me. You guys should know. Or the people on your channel, right? Not these guys. Sydney won by 21. Okay, cool. No, I know. I'm just messing with you, Hamish. But there's a lot of people who get really triggered about my firearms on my channel. And fact of the matter is, I don't care. It's part of my life. I've been shooting guns since I was probably like 6, 7 years old, and that's not changing. So, yeah. Damn right, I have a God-given right. Yeah, pro 2A, pro gun rights, 100%. No, nothing about that's changing my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna take down this pistol here. So this is my VP9. This is the Glock 19. The Glock 19. It's a fantastic pistol. They're both both chambered in 9mm. I like the Glock 19. Dude, you can't go wrong with one. But as far as ergonomics and feel and all that, I'm just not a huge fan of it. I prefer the VP9 a lot more. And so we're gonna take this down and yeah. And so let me answer a few more questions here though. What's my favorite sport? Oh, that's a good question. So to watch, like as like a fan and a viewer, I love hockey. Hockey is probably my favorite. To play, I used to play lacrosse growing up and stuff, and I love lacrosse. I don't play it much anymore. I haven't thrown the ball around in a long time, but yeah. So probably hockey, I'd say. Even though I've never played hockey, I'd love to play hockey, and I have no excuse because I'm from the land of 10,000 lakes, and they freeze for 6 months out of the year. So we have a lot of hockey up here. So let me see here. Is that like rapid fire? What is that supposed to mean? Rapid fire. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, yeah. Demolition Ranch. Hamish. Yeah, dude, totally. I watched tons of Demolition Ranch. Him, Lunkers, and all those guys, like all their stuff. I follow a ton of like firearm and gun channels, like Iraq Veteran, 8888, Hitcock 45, tons of different gun review stuff. The AK guy, I've been recently getting into him. So yeah, there's a ton of really good channels out there. Oh, T-Rex Arms is probably one of my favorites. They have some super good informational, like tactical training type stuff, and they have some really cool videos. I love that. Ammon, my cat only comes out when she wants to come out. I don't force it. Okay. I don't put a bell on her. I don't play Fortnite. I tried playing Fortnite and I sucked at it and I gave up. Can't do the building thing and playing. CRX, do I see people what is that? Do I see people carrying guns regularly? And I'm gonna actually, since this is kind of more of a firearm related video, I'll probably take some of more of those questions as I see them first. But do I see people carrying them regularly? No, not at all. Not at all. And to be honest, I think it's a stupid idea. And this is me personally, to carry it openly, right? For example, the permit I have to be able to carry this out in public, in every state's different, right? Some states are super strict, and some cities are even more strict. But my state's not as strict as others. But my permit allows me to either conceal and carry this or open carry this. And the difference is, one is like on your hip where it's open and everybody can see it. It's right out in the open and you can, grab it. And the other one is concealed under the shirt, like in my waistband, like right here. And I don't know, I don't have my holster over here, but my holster actually fits on my appendix under my waistband and my shirt goes over it. So nobody knows that I have it. Nobody can see me having it. And that's a good thing, in my opinion, because the purpose of me having this is to defend myself or others in case of a very bad situation that were to arise. And you got to use logic in the sense that if you're a bad guy, right, and you're trying to do some crime, you're trying to hurt some person, and you have a gun, and you're going somewhere to hurt somebody, the first thing you're going to do is take out the person with the gun, right? Because that person's going to take you down, right? So my opinion is, I think it's dumb to carry it openly because it just makes you an easy target for a bad person, right? And the whole point of carrying, in my opinion, is to protect yourself and others and your family from bad people in bad situations. And so you make yourself a target if you're the one openly carrying it out on your waist. And here's the thing: I fully support people who want to do that. Like, that's your right. If it's within the law and you want to do it, by golly, America, 2A, go do your thing. But I just think from like a tactical standpoint, as far as logic goes, it just makes you an easy target. And so that was a long explanation on that. But yeah, so I don't see a lot of people carrying it, and I'm sure there are a lot of people carrying it. You just don't see it because they're concealing it. My cat's to my left. Oh yeah, she just jumped up on my bed. She's sleeping on my bed. I don't have an Xbox. No, I have a PlayStation, but I mostly game on the PC. I had to go back a little bit. I don't follow basketball. Sorry, that's like the one sport I don't watch. Like literally the one sport I don't watch. Update my. Oh yeah, I gotta update the thing. I'll update that here in a second. We'll get that. If I had merch, what would it be? That's the other thing, guys. I need your help. For people watching, there's 25 in here of you in here. If anybody knows how to like do good drawing or do good work illustration on a computer, I really need some help with some ideas for some merch. I got some ideas, and I want to get some merch going. I just can't. I can't even draw a stick figure properly. I'm just saying it's really hard. So I'm trying to figure out the right way to go about doing that, and I have no idea what to do when it comes to that. All right. Anything at 10K? Yeah, you know what's at 10K. I'm doing your stupid shoey at 10K. Hamish, do I think guns are more beneficial or detrimental? Beneficial, 100%. 100%. And maybe later in the stream I'll get into, because I know people are going to eventually die off and not be here. I can explain a little more into detail, because I can talk for hours on that subject. There's a lot of statistics to prove that. I've watched Sidemen before. They're okay. They're kind of like meh. I don't really get into that stuff. Baseball or football, NFL? Football probably, just because, well, it's tough. I like football probably, but going to baseball games is super fun since it's relaxing in the sense that you just get to chill out, have some beers, and do your thing. And baseball is cool. Our baseball team used to suck for a really long time, so I never really got into baseball until recently, the last couple of years. Patrick, how old am I, and do I have a girlfriend? No, I don't have a girlfriend, and I am... don't want to say it, because I feel like I'm getting old. I'm 29. I'll be 30 next year. It's crazy. Crazy. You guys are going to get to know me today. Let's see. So I still have more snacks to try, Anthony, about my favorite Australian snack. So far, the Tim Tam Slam has been pretty dang good. I really like those Fruit Tangle Lifesavers. Those are awesome. Let's see. All right, guys. So while you guys banter about your AFL, I'm going to start talking about this and take this down. So this is actually my carry pistol, VP9, chambered at 9mm, holds 15 rounds. Woo! I put a Talon grip on it, a nice textured grip. Other than that, I haven't really done anything to it. Yeah, so we're gonna take it down and clean it. Boom, just like that. You got two parts. So this is the frame, where your trigger and everything, your whole compartment of all your trigger mechanisms and all that good stuff. And this is your spring that manages the slide, the recoil. And then you got your barrel and your slide. Ooh, and this is all stuff we got to clean. Sunny, yeah, they're 100% real. Why would I have fake? Why would I have fake weapons like or firearms? Why would I? To try to be cool, man. Just trying to be cool. You got your weapons. You're cool. Oh, and so let me go over what I got here. So we got some rods. Okay, one for scraping, one for drying. Sure, I don't know, whatever. This one gets all the gunk out. This one scrapes it all out, and this one to make sure it's all clean. I got a toothbrush. You'd be surprised how far a toothbrush goes when cleaning a firearm. And then I got a few different types of brushes. Probably won't use them all, but I just have in case. These are little pads that you can run through the barrel and wipe down things. They're just like cotton. They work really well. I also use old t-shirts. They work good, and you can't have too many Q-tips for this job. I got a couple of things here. So I have some like a solvent that's gonna help get all the gunk off, and then some oil, some lube. Get lube. And then, yeah, so we are going to get started. What I want to do here. Thanks, Oliver. I've been hearing a lot about this Dusty Martin guy. You guys keep talking about Dusty Martin. It's not too bad. Not too gunked up. Put a few hundred rounds through her, though. Been having this issue where my slide isn't locking back all the time when it needs to, and it's making me wonder what's going on. Huh. So, right off the bat, let's start cleaning this barrel. Let's clean out this barrel here. Oh, geez, this is a stiff one. I thought I normally do this a different way, and I didn't do it because I was trying to set up for a stream. Ha! I could. Yeah, I'm going to do it differently, at least for this part. All right. So it's probably not a huge deal, but I've heard that when you're doing with something like this, you want to go with the bolt, like with, the rifling, because there's a rifling pattern in here. It's kind of, you look down there, you watch like James Bond 007, you see the rifling pattern when he shoots through the thing in the intro in the game. That's what the inside of a barrel looks like, and you kind of want to go with that, not back against it. It's what I've been told. I don't know. It could be complete BS, but. All right, let's see here. Anthony, am I thinking about getting a mullet? Good question. I like the questions. This is a Q&A, so keep the questions up. No, I'm not. I have thought about cutting it for a while, though. When I cut it, I plan to donate it. As long as I don't wait too long where it's all like gone, like I go bald. But I've thought about cutting it. I haven't pulled the trigger. And I don't know, I might. Maybe depending on how this whole YouTuber thing goes, maybe I'll make it as part of like an incentive, for something. Like I'll cut my hair at a certain thing and I'll donate it. Because that's the plan. That has always been the plan. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. I kind of like having long hair. It's a pain in the ass, but I kind of like it. All right. Footy, I can't bring the cat with me right now. My hand's a little dirty and she's passed out on my bed. I shall not disturb the kitty. Yeah, I'll probably make a video of me shooting, kicking the Sharon through some goalposts. Again, I just got to find some time to do that, and also it's easier to do it with somebody else, especially when recording and stuff like that. Let's see. How long, Hamish, how long does it take to clean a gun on average? Good question. It depends on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to clean. a shotgun can take longer than a small pistol, depending on how much they've been used and how many parts are in it. Like my 12 gauge has a gas piston set up, and if you want to take that all apart and get it all in there and clean it, it's kind of a pain in the ass. This isn't too bad. Normally this doesn't take too long, and you don't actually have to get like too crazy with it every time. It's just, make sure it's clean and maintained, and so that it's functioning, working properly. I just noticed something about my firearm today, though, when I was using it, and that's why I want to do a little bit deeper clean on it. Just kind of see. That's not going to fit in there, is it? How did I do this last time? Oh, I have a skinnier one, don't I? I thought I was prepared, guys. Thought I was prepared. I do have a skinnier one in here. Let's see. Do I like Italian food? Of course I like Italian food. Yeah, the Milo's coming. It's coming at some point. Don't worry, guys. Let's see. How often do I clean my firearms or my guns? Not that often. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, it depends on how much I'm using them. Not that often. If I start noticing little things, like so, for example, and you know what? I'll put this back together really quick just to show you what was happening, and that's and why I'm cleaning it. So I probably wouldn't have cleaned it unless this was happening. Okay, so when you fire a firearm, the slide reciprocates back and then forward, right? That's what happens when you pull the trigger and the round ejects. On the last round that's in the magazine, right, the last shot fired out of the gun, and then before it's empty, the slide is supposed to lock back like that, right? And on a few magazines that I was shooting today, it wasn't locking back like that. It would just, on the last round, it would just go right back to like this, which usually indicates a couple of things. Either it's not catching. There's a little notch that you can see in the side there. There's a little notch on the slide, and then there's a little hook right here. And when the slide goes back, it's actually a button. It rests. It grabs that. And so there's a couple things. A lot of times what can happen is if there's not enough pressure or pushing this slide back to reach that point, the slide won't lock back. Now, I was using good ammo. I know my ammo was good. It was good brass casing ammo, and it should be locking back. So a lot of times what can happen is if you have too much gunk and too much crap built up, it can create more friction and cause it not to go back all the way. So that's why I'm taking it apart and doing it clean. All right, I might have gone a little much, a little in depth. I get you start asking me gun questions, I start talking. I'm just saying, I love it. All right, let's all be nice to each other. All right, let's all be nice to each other because I'm trying to find questions and I'm just scrolling through. You guys smack talking. Let's chill out. Are we on lockdown too? Nothing like you guys. No, we're not really on lockdown. And it's just not really hard to lose all your parts because you don't really keep them in pieces like this. Like normally it's assembled. You only take it apart. And there's not that many parts in this. There's really you have 4 parts. It's your barrel, your spring, your slide, and your frame. I mean, if you start taking the trigger apart, especially on an H&K, where they put so many weird, stupid things in there for no reason, then you're going to have a lot of parts, which I don't mess with triggers. I don't know how to take triggers apart and stuff. On Glocks, they're actually super easy. Apparently, there's just drop-in triggers and stuff. But I haven't really done any trigger modifications. I was thinking of using this Glock 19 as kind of like a pimp my pistol gun. I was going to do some cool and fun stuff to it. I was going to do a gold barrel, gold buttons and stuff, and then mill out some of the slide, do some slide work. and kind of just like pimp it out, put a different trigger in there, and just make it look kind of cool for no reason. But yeah, but for my carry weapon, I don't modify anything on it other than this grip, which just helps hold it better, which is fine. But yeah, I'm not really getting into modifying a carry weapon too much because my life depends on this thing. Have I ever traveled to other countries? Yes, I have. Not many. Not many. I'll be honest. I haven't traveled to many. I've traveled to Mexico once when I was a little kid. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta fix this. And this isn't even the right thing. I'm getting so sidetracked. Yeah, I traveled to Mexico once when I was a little kid. And then I also been to Canada. That was fun for a day. For a day, I went to Vancouver, and that was freaking awesome because Vancouver is beautiful. So yeah, but I haven't been out of the country too much, no, which is unfortunate. I'd like to. What the hell? I'd like to get out more, get out of the country more. This is what happened. Like this. By the way, this cleaning kit is for like every caliber out there, which I don't have all those calibers. It's just like you can clean anything down to a 22 long rifle, all the way. What is it down to? Oh, you can go down to a 17. Jesus. All right. Have I shot anybody? No, of course not. I shouldn't say of course not. I'm sure there are people who have out there, but no. And I hope I never have to. That would suck really bad. That is never the goal. You see how dirty that kind of got already, just from wiping it out a little bit? All right. Oh my goodness gracious. I swear to goodness gracious. What the heckin' harmony is happening here? Nothing is fitting. Get out of here. All right, there we go. Hey, finally. Wax on or wax off? Good question, Shane. Actually, I just watched the whole Cobra Kai series a couple days ago. That was freaking awesome. I love that show. It's not, I don't know, it's a little cheesy. And then, I don't know, I don't want to, spoilers, Cobra Kai. I shouldn't give, I'm not going to give spoilers. But I will say one thing. Why do they have basically kids kicking the shit out of each other? Like, a lot of kids just basically beating the piss out of each other. It seems a little wrong. But I'm not judging. It's a show. I won't give spoilers. But, I mean, it's karate. Obviously, you knew people were going to be kicking each other's butt. But I'm just saying. There's a lot more to the story with Karate Kid. So I didn't give bad spoilers. It wasn't bad. I promise. Is anybody in the chat not from Australia? I'm watching. Yeah, why do I like is it's almost 10K. We are getting close. Oh, look at how dirty that got. Ugh. That's all the crap that was just in the barrel. Ooh, but she is clean, I tell you. Looking good. Yeah, it's Cobra Kai is on Netflix if you guys haven't watched it. It's like I was wondering because I thought it was I mean, I know it was on YouTube first, but I thought it was like a YouTube show. Like I thought it was their show. And so, which I'm pretty sure it is. And so I'm wondering how much Netflix bought that for. Or what happened. What's my favorite food? Oh my gosh, that's like a terrible question. Seriously, does anybody have an actual favorite food? Oh, it's so tough. I don't know. I love pizza. It's just kind of a go-to. So many good foods, pastas. But then I love like, you know, like a good steak or something. It's really nice. That's tough. I'm not gonna be able to give you a straight answer on that one. Looks pretty clean. Not super spotless, but close enough. Your favorite food is sushi? Crazy. I like sushi, but I wouldn't call it a favorite food. Sushi's pretty good. You know, I like when I go to Florida. I got some family in Florida. I have a cousin who lives down there, and he does. We go out, you know, fishing offshore and stuff like that. And I don't know the exact fish. I forget what they're called because I don't live down there and I don't know these crazy fish. But you know, he'll catch them and then he'll cut them up and just raw and like make a ceviche, right? Like, or, you know, and then things like that. And like, there's a lot of fish in the ocean that you can just eat raw, right? Like sushi. Where I'm from, you don't eat fish raw because it's freshwater fish, and most fish, freshwater, you don't eat raw. You get sick if you do that. So, yeah, I always like going down there and having some fresh ceviche with some stuff that he caught. It's always a good time. All right. What else we got here? All right, barrel is clean. Oh no, it's not. God dang it! I forgot the little nooks and crannies. Almost. All right, what else we got here? How long is the stream going to be, human? I have no idea. It's going to end when I feel like it and when I'm done cleaning this firearm. Oh yeah, right there is the spot. That's where she gets real dirty. Oh yeah. Jesus, you guys with your AFL. Just kidding. I know how you are. I know how you all are. Oh yeah, that was real dirty in there. Ooh yeah. Yeah, that part in there gets real dirty. That's where the round sits, right in there. And then it blows out the back there. So it gets a lot of gunk right in this little thing. Ooh. Have I played The Last of Us? I feel like I played the first one. I think I played the first one. Is that where you're like with the dad, the little girl, little chick or whatever? It's like zombies and you run away. It's like an art or a third person kind of game. Is that the right one I'm thinking of? There's like zombies and stuff. I could be wrong. Sweet. Got it right. Yeah, that game was pretty fun. I haven't played it in so long. When did the first one come out? I feel like the first one came out a long time ago. Because I played that one a long time ago. God, this ain't dirty son of a bee. You dirty. You dirty girl. Dirty, dirty. Alright, that's good enough. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta update the number. Thanks for reminding me again. Hold on. Let me finish the barrel. Once I finish the barrel, I'll update the number. You know, I normally wear gloves when I do this because it just gets this crap all over your hands, like oils and stuff, but I forgot. Oh well. I'm getting dirty. Getting dirty, dirty. Alright. Barrel is almost done. Let's see. Daniel 78, soda. Soda. That's where I'm from. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right, Hamish. I need to start talking to ladies like I talk to my my firearms. That would be better. That way, otherwise I just like get shy. You know, like oh, I don't want to say anything. Just gotta pretend that. You know, ooh, that's a nice 308 over there. Yeah. Hilarious. Okay, what's the number? What's the number? Do I gotta go look this up? Somebody help me with the number. Otherwise I gotta go find it. $9.35, something like that. Sounds about right. America! Oh yeah! All right. My cat is screaming off in the distance. Oh boy, she is riled up. Three. Should I? Let's, I'm gonna look at the exact number. It's just right here on my computer. I'll keep my butt in so you guys know I'm still here. Hold on. America. Oh, yeah. All right, you guys are right. Perfect. 9365. Good job. Good job. Boom. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Those are for later. All right, live stream for 10K. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, it might be tough. We'll have to see. I'm doing the stupid shoey, right? I'm doing the stupid shoey for 10K. But I'm doing it with my cousin, so I'll see if I can't stream at his place. Am I drunk? I'm not drunk. Hello from the land down under. Hello, how do you say your name? Taven? I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so bad with pronouncing crap. Just, you guys probably already know that. If any of you watched more than one of my videos, you know that. Oh, the vape. Vape is I make it myself. Vape. Oh, Bindi. Here, we got the cat guy. Got the wild bangle. The wild bangle. Hey, Bindi. Bindi. Watch me call this wild creature. Come here now. Give me a kiss. Come here. Bindi. She's thinking about it. Come here. We got her. We got her, mate. Hi, kid. What's up? All right. So it's funny. She meows a lot. So if she sounds like she's upset or whatever, she's not. She's really talkative. She'll meow for no reason. Just walk around the house meowing like for no reason. So she's a big talker. All right, that's enough, she says. No, actually, I didn't name her Bindi. That's a funny story. I got her when she was already a little over about a year old, and her name was already Bindi, and I just decided not to change it. But yeah, the same as Bindi Irwin, which is kind of funny. Yes, I can. Milo. It's Milo. All right, I figured it out. I said it wrong the one time. Y'all blew up on me, and I figured it out right. Okay? I get nervous sometimes on camera, and I just say things wrong. All right. How old's the cat? Cat's almost 11. Both of them are almost 11. Yeah, the time I said Milo. All right, we gotta get cleaning, guys. I gotta get cleaning. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody who watched, popped in here that was offended, left. So glad you guys are still here and you're not super triggered that I'm cleaning my firearm. So that's good. Thanks for being here, guys. Awesome to have you. I'll be honest. I didn't want to do a video today. I had a long day. I was shoveling rocks all day at my dad's house, helping him out, doing some landscaping for him. And I was tired. I didn't want to edit. Didn't want to do an edit. Didn't want to record a video. Didn't want to edit. Didn't want to wait through the whole freaking exporting process. I was like, you know what? I got to clean these guns anyways. Maybe let's do a live stream. So we're doing a live stream. Yeah, Cat's older than some of you guys. That's right. Responsible gun owners. You gotta keep your shit clean. God dang it. Alright, now the slide. Let's do the slide, the fun part. With all these little nooks and crannies in here. Oh, you see how black that just gets from one little swipe? That is all like lead and gunpowder residue and all sorts of crap you don't want. Yeah. Coming from a land down under. YouTube better not fucking copyright me for singing. Crying out loud. Copyright everything else. Alright, what do we got over here? Michelle, I thought I already answered that. How often do I clean them? I clean them when they need to be cleaned. I know that's kind of a cliche answer. It doesn't really say much, but you don't need, like, okay, let's use an example. If you go look at the manual, or like the when you get a firearm, it comes with a book, like on how to operate it, like the parts, all the like how to clean it, the proper way to like Glock has their own way, it's like an hour some long video on YouTube on how to properly clean a Glock, right? And they say, pretty sure they say, you're supposed to clean it after every time you use it. Like if you go to the range and shoot it, you shoot 100 rounds at the range, you go home, you're supposed to clean your gun. Okay, now. It doesn't hurt, but I don't think you need to be honest. Like there's no point. Like it's not going to do anything to the gun. I don't know. But if you if you shot your gun and then, if you shot your gun on like a misty day and then you you threw it in your safe and didn't touch it for 3 years. Then you went out and shot it again, and you didn't touch it for a few years. And then you shot it a bunch 1 year, and you never cleaned it. Like, time is what ruins things, right? Like letting things sit. So since I use this frequently and regularly, I clean it probably every, I don't know, 500 rounds, 1,000 rounds. I don't know. I don't actually keep track. And then I also clean it when I notice little things, like if it's getting dirty, and I'll check it. And it depends what kind of ammo you're shooting to. If you're shooting steel, you're going to get a lot. It's going to get a lot dirtier if you shoot steel than if you shoot brass. That's just what happens. So, all right, guys. Let's be nice to everybody. Be nice to everybody. Everybody be nice. Because if chat gets out of hand, I'm going to just start clicking the button. Real quick for me to click a button to make everybody that's talking naughty go, pew, see ya. It's real easy. Oh, it's the biggest fish I ever caught. Good question. If you consider a stingray a fish, I caught a 100-pound stingray in the Gulf Coast in Alabama. If you don't consider that a fish, if you consider a shark a fish, I caught a 50-pound spinner shark. Actually, I caught a lingcod in Alaska, and that had to have been over 50 pounds. It took 2 people to pick it up. I don't know. But as far as like freshwater stuff, I caught a 39-inch northern bass fishing. That was pretty sweet. That was awesome. That was my biggest freshwater. Never caught a muskie. I've always wanted to. Favorite beer? Ooh, it's tough. I like Lagunitas Pilsner. That's probably my favorite. It's tough, and then I didn't hesitate. Yeah. Lagunitas Pilsner. There's a lot of beers I like, but that one's probably my favorite. What else? Have I ever been surfing? Dude, Emin, I'm in the middle of the continent. Like, not even the United States, North America. I'm in the goddamn middle. Where am I gonna go surfing, bro? No, I haven't been surfing. Actually, the ocean scares the shit out of me, to be honest. I'll go in the ocean, don't get me wrong. I'm not that weirded out by it, but I ain't trying to go in no big waves, dude. That's like, you gotta respect Mother Nature. Seriously. Like, know your element. Like, my element is cold weather. I can handle cold weather. I can sit outside, below 0 temperatures. Fine. Perfect. I can handle that. You know, I know what that's all about. But you get me in some big waves. Because this is what happened. I went to Hawaii when I was a kid for a wedding. And I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to go on the waves or body surf. And I was having fun. I was doing it. And then I hit a way too big a wave, body surfing. Like, that's just where you kind of ride the wave with your body. And it's kind of dumb because this wave took me under and basically smacked my face and drug it across the sand underwater and just pinned me down, dragging my face in the sand for like a good 10 seconds. And I popped up. I couldn't see a thing. And again, I was like 7 years old, and I was like freaking out. I thought I was going to drown. And people drown there all the time. Every day. Not every day, but all the time. Every year, there's tons of people who drown in Hawaii because the waves there get pretty epic. And that's just something I don't want to mess around with. A long surfing rant. And plus, sharks scare me too. Okay, by the way, you guys see this? This is the stingray. This is actually the stingray. I forgot I had this. This is the stingray that I caught when I was a kid. And this is the stinger. This is the thing that killed your precious boy. But I took out the bastard for you. I took out one of them for you. So that's the barb, or that's the stinger on the back of that bee. That thing was bigger than me, and I had to stand on its tail because that tail can whip your leg and snap it. Freaking powerful beasts. Oh. So that was my biggest thing I've ever caught, I'd have to say. That thing was a beast. It took me over an hour to get on shore. Oh. All right, see you, Patrick. Yeah, dude, I believe you, Ryan. CRX Ryan, you're dying almost at 3 of the world. Dude, the water's scary. Especially the big water, right? No. Yes, I've been to a beach, Hamish. Been to many beaches. I've gone scalloping in the ocean. I've been on the ocean fishing. You know, scalloping was actually super fun. I really enjoyed that. That's a really good time. So this is actually on the slide here. This is where I really got to like get cleaned up pretty good. And then also on the, so these rails right here, and then these channels inside here are where the slide rides when it goes back and forth. It rides in those channels. And so if those channels get gunked up, you can get some friction, and that may be why my slide isn't locking back. I have no idea why it's not locking back. But these channels are a little gunked up. Should have had like a light sticking right on here. No, I haven't picked the footy team. Sorry guys, no footy team. No footy team this year. I'm not picking one. Nope, not doing it. I enjoy watching you guys and your banter. I'm gonna have to get out I'll pick one eventually. I'm just not gonna jump into it for no reason. So these are actually like nice because they're like little points, which I can like get in there. Really scrape the edges. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what we're talking about. All right, guys, be nice to everybody. Seriously, be nice. Be nice. Be nice, guys. Be nice to everybody, guys. I mean, I think we're being pretty civilized for having mostly like 14-year-olds watching me clean my guns, which is kind of weird. But yeah, you guys are here. All right, so these channels look pretty good. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you're curious on how something like this works, so there's this mechanism right here has a pin inside of it in here, and when you pull that trigger, it releases this little tab, and that pin smacks forward, hitting the back of the bullet, and that's firing it. So this spring here, it's really tight, but you can move it back. That's called your firing pin, and when it's cocked, essentially that's locked. This little thing is locked back. When you pull the trigger, it slams forward, and then I don't know if you can see inside there maybe, but there's a little hole right in there, and that's where the pin pokes out and pokes the back of the bullet and goes bang. So that's how that works. And there's like a little lab tab here that when you pull it, it releases and clicks it off. Yeah, you're probably right, Hamish. I should just go do that to every lady I see. Yeah, that'll end up well. Yeah, me too, Mr. How do you say your name? Shane? Yeah, Shane. God, this thing is too small. When I was 14, I was the same way. Well, maybe there was the internet when I was 14. But it wasn't like this. You know, I was rocking Windows 98 back in the day too, you know. Like, I remember like loading up like a picture of a girl in her bikini, like when I was like a teenager, on your phone for the first time. And it took like 5 minutes to load the goddamn picture on your phone. And you're like, oh my God, it's a girl on your phone. Holy shit. You know, like, oh, those are the days. Back when you had to like print off your directions, or even better, when you had to use a map. But when you had to like print off your directions from MapQuest, and then God forbid you had the right address when you left, because you have one directions to one spot. And if they're wrong, they're wrong. Oh, the good old days. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I grew up with internet, but it was kind of like at the beginning of it, and it wasn't really like a big thing when I was young. I mean, spent most of my time outside and stuff like that. Actually, I gotta put a little more. Oliver, yes, you do. I know people in Australia with guns. What are you talking about? You just say that because you don't like them and you're mad. You mad, bro? You mad, bro? Don't be so mad, bro. Ooh, that was a dirty area. I forgot there. I didn't see you. Dirty, dirty, dirty. We actually getting dirty there too. All right, let's catch up on some of these. How old am I, Oliver? Well, I already told you guys how old I am. Chat, can you help him out? Tell Oliver how old I am, if anybody was still here when I told you guys. Hey, you guys, good job, good job. Hamish, I would completely disagree with you on that, but it teach their own about the it would ruin people's lives. I don't know a single gun owner that their firearm has ruined their life. I don't never heard that being a thing. I actually do personally know people who have had their lives saved by protecting themselves with a firearm, by crazy people on drugs smashing through their window of their home and trying to attack them and having to use their firearm to protect them and their family, and those things happen, and their life would have been ruined without it. So that's the avenue I go. It's really easy for criminals to ruin people's lives with them. That's the thing. But laws don't apply to criminals, otherwise they wouldn't be criminals. That's my view. Now I gotta be very careful around this ejector port here, because I don't want to get any like nasty stuff on it and fuck with that pin, but it gets a little dirty in here. It's a little dirty. Oh yeah, you dirty. You nasty. Nasty, nasty. I can get gunked up too. Fortunately, I haven't had an issue with ejection. Actually, I did have an ejection issue today. I totally forgot about that. Why do I gotta wash my hands with cold water? You know, and I'm sure I doubt anybody's watching that like is super. You know, and I hope they are. Actually, I hope there are people watching who like know their way around guns, because that'd be cool. But most people who watch my channel aren't. And I will say to the people who are, I'm probably doing a shit job cleaning this, because it's actually really hard to do it in live stream and pay attention to what you're doing. But I'm just kind of taking my time and putzing around with it. And yeah, getting her all nice and getting all that gunk out of there. And this has actually been one of the longest since I've gone without cleaning it. It's been a while. It did need a good clean. It was time for one of those. I've shot quite a few rounds through it without cleaning it. Because hot water burns your hands. Hey, I like that. That's clever. Yeah, yeah. Cold water. Let's do this cold water. Good call. Oh, we gotta be careful in there. Boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. All right, sorry, that's probably annoying on the audio there. Let's be conscientious of our viewers. All right, that'll be good on the slide for now. Spring, I'll deal with that last. That's usually just an inspection. Now for the fun part. All right. Oh yeah, highway. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to get lead in you too much. And again, I normally wear gloves when I do this, not because I'm like, oh, lead's gonna kill me. It's actually because I hate the way the shit feels on my hands. Like I hate the greasiness. Like I just don't like it. It bothers me. Like, and again, it's actually getting me a little bit. I don't like it now either. So I normally just wear gloves because I don't like the greasiness on my hands. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'll give her a good cold wash. Ooh, that's really dirty. Holy moly, that's like bad. All right. See ya, Judd. Wait, is that Judd? Is that Judd from Discord, Judd? Or is it Jude? Judd. I don't know what the hell. Again, I can't talk. I'm terrible at English. Pronunciations. God, that's a dirty, dirty son of a... Look at how black this crap is. It's nasty. Look at that, nasty. Jude. It's Jude, isn't it? That was Jude. Where's Judd at? Where's Judd? Judd, you in here? Judd from Discord, Judd? Where's Judd at? He hasn't been in the Discord lately. He's been slacking. Yeah, I agree, Highway. So this is another thing. Like, I don't do this. Like, I'm not a range. Like, I'm not in the range every day, cleaning guns every day. I don't work at a firearms place doing it every day. If you're doing this stuff every day, or even if you're like, if you shoot every day, you do have to take different precautions for lead. And I'm actually, when I started getting into, God dang it. When I started getting into like more and more training, I've actually looked into a lot of those precautions and considered implementing some. And yeah, so it's just one of those things. With the more I train and things like that, but like I want to start. One thing I want to start doing is bringing like baby wipes, or they actually even make specific type of wipes like in my range bag or just in my bag in general to wipe my hands down and stuff after with. Like today, I had to drive almost an hour home after shooting, and with my hands like all caked up with lead. And again, it's not a huge deal if you just do it every once in a while. But if you're doing the stuff kind of on a regular basis, then you start to need to take the precautions a little differently. God damn, it's just so dirty. All right. This is where the toothbrush is going to come in handy when we got a lot of gunked up crap like this. All right, you guys just arguing with each other over here? Is that all you guys are doing? Maya with all the great questions. Thanks for all the good questions, Maya. I appreciate it. You're the only one asking questions. Everybody else is fighting with each other. What's a common place for you guys to go shoot, like at a range or somewhere else? Great question. So for most people, I'm really fortunate. I'll be honest. I'm really fortunate. I have private land that I can go to, family private land that I can shoot at, which is just under an hour away, about like 40 minutes away. There's also, I have another spot, a family friend with private land that I can shoot at pretty much whenever I want, if I want to. I typically go to my land first, the family land. And then I also have a buddy who works at a local gun club, and I can go shoot with him for free there. So I'm really lucky. I have 3 options on places to go shoot for different things. Like I can go, and I actually have 4. Sorry, I also have my cousin's house where we shot the video that you saw with shooting the different ARs and pistols and whatnot. That video, that's another place I can go shoot, is out at his place, and different places I can use for different things. Like some places, like his place, we can basically do whatever the hell we want there. My family's place, I can shoot whatever I want there, basically whenever I want. And yeah, so it has its perks. Otherwise, though, for most people, like the average gun owner that doesn't have private land or access to it, there are gun ranges where you can go. You can even rent a firearm if you don't own one, and yeah, and shoot. And then they charge you. They usually make you buy their ammunition. A lot of times, depending on the range, and you pay for that, and you pay for the rental if you need to rent any targets, and then the range slot. So yeah, lots of options. All right, let's see. Yeah, again, I'm all for talking about guns and firearms, and I meet a lot of people who are really against it, especially after starting this YouTube channel, because the reach has gone worldwide, and a lot of people I know, especially here's the other thing. I grew up in the Midwest, so I'm up north here, and a lot of places I go, family, friends, it's farmland, it's rural area, and people out there, they're fine with guns. Like it's not bothered. So I've never thought twice about it. And shooting them since I was a little kid. I shot my first deer when I was 12. Hunting, I was sitting in a tree below freezing by myself at 12 years old with a shotgun. So it's just normal to me. I grew up with it, and but yeah, it's interesting to talk to people, and I like to give them a different perspective because a lot of people get really afraid of them, and media plays a big role in that, and I'll be perfectly honest. Knives, this guy here, this knife I made, this scares me more than a firearm. 1,000%. A criminal, somebody bad having one of these scares me more than somebody having one of these. Just saying. But to the layman person, they're not bad. Like you have them in your kitchen and things like that. So it's all about perspective and relative to that. I've seen Jim Jeffries stuff on gun laws. That dude's an absolute knob when it comes to what he knows about guns. I'm just saying he is. He doesn't know shit of what he's talking about. And that's true for a lot of people who aren't from here. And even a lot of people who live here don't know shit about gun laws. So there's that. We're stepping it up with the heavy duty brush because I got some stuck on stuff in here. It does not want to come out. There we go. That's helping. All right. How was it driving on the right-hand side of the road? It's the right way to do it, so it's pretty damn awesome. Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Anthony. It's a little, it can get rough, but I don't want to, again, I'm not doing, I shouldn't put that on there. I'm not doing any spoilers, so I can't talk about Cobra Kai. Sam Fox, great question about the knife. So my uncle, he taught me how to make knives because he makes knives and he sells knives. Really nice. And so he's got all the equipment to do it. It's a lot of sanding, a lot of belt grinding, but for the final sharpening, it's really cool. Because normally what you do is you can do like a whetstone where you're working it and you get different grits and you finer and finer. And but the key to it all is the angle, right? Is the angle at which you're grinding that bevel or whatever into. And so it not only is the angle important, it's the consistency of that angle. Because if you're doing this, then you're doing this, then you're doing this, as you're sanding it, you're not going to create a good edge. So he got sick of having to deal with that, and he went out and bought this like $800 or whatever it was Russian sharpening tool that's like, the cat's meows, and it freaking you set it to whatever angle you want. You clamp the knife in, and it holds the exact angle you set it to as you can run your whetstones down. So it holds it creates a wicked sharp edge. It creates a perfect angle on it, and it removes a lot of that human error in that. And it's a very simple machine too. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be really complex, but it wasn't. It was actually a pretty simple setup, and it was easy to use. I actually sharpened that one, so that was cool. And this thing is like insanely sharp. Like you can just like remove hair. I can shave with this thing. It's insane. That's my gutting knife. That's what I use. That's what I'm going to use when I get a deer this year. Oh, other big news. I'll catch those in a second. The other big news, not that you guys care, but I thought it was pretty cool. My zone for deer hunting, because they zone you out in your state, like there's different zones and each zone has different rules as far as like how many can you take a buck, can you take a doe, how many does can you take, how many bucks can you take, all these different things like for tags. We got rezoned this year, and now we can take as many does as we want, which is insane because we could never take a doe before, and now we can shoot as many as we want. So I'm hoping to have a freezer full of meat this winter. That'll be nice. I am excited for that. All right, let's try to catch up on some of these. Yeah, I mean, exactly. How do you guys shoot your drop bears if you don't have guns? So I know you guys have them. And Russia road is road. Yeah. Mia, I'm so sorry, Mia. I know that. I should know that too. I should know that because I have a family member named Mia. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce Milo, and I can't pronounce Mia. Sorry, guys. Patrick, yes. 100%. Not even. I wouldn't think twice. Favorite sport? We've gone over this. Probably hockey. Yeah. So, I mean, why do I like? I mean, are you a vegetarian? Right? I mean, I'm just saying. Like, and again, like, I don't have a problem with people. Cause yeah, hunting's not for everybody, and I totally understand that. That's that. I don't expect it to be. You can't expect everybody to want to hunt or even people who just eat meat. Hunting's. It's not easy. Like, I'll tell you what, the worst part, my least favorite part about hunting, by far, no questions asked, is taking a life of another animal. I don't enjoy that one bit. It sucks. It sucks to watch, and it sucks. And that's why you work very hard to have a very clean and quick kill. Like, you don't, that's why I hate when people just don't train with what they're doing. They don't sight their guns in. They don't care. They don't practice, and they injure animals, and they don't find it. Just that stuff bothers me like crazy, because it's hard. It's not easy. But being able to be self-sufficient, being able to know where your food comes from, Just being able to know that you can take care of yourself and your family, and knowing that animal lived, because here's the other thing. When it comes to like deer or most animals, for example, and this is what most people don't realize, deer, let's use a deer, for example, at the end of their life, it's not pretty. They don't just it's not like grandma and grandpa just go to sleep and you don't wake up and they go happily ever after. No. What happens is deer get old and to the point where they can't defend themselves nearly as well as they could when they were young. They get rampaged by other animals like coyotes, especially coyotes, and they get brutal deaths by other animals such as coyotes. They get mauled by these things and killed in a slow, painful death by coyotes. And so if I can go out there and see an older deer and take its life very quickly and ethically, it sucks to do, but I know it's a way better death than that deer would have ever had otherwise. I know that for a fact. And yeah, and then I can eat, right? I can feed my family and friends and all that. And it's some of the best meat for you. It's delicious and it's amazing. That's my little rant. Yeah, Sam, I'd recommend that machine he got. I don't know what it's called. He found it on eBay. Hey, Archie, what were you guys hunting for? I want to go hunting when I go to Australia. I got a guy. I got a guy. I got a guy that's going to take me hunting. Hopefully, I'm not the one getting hunted. You never know out there. Foxes? Okay. You guys eat foxes? I've never had a fox. I never eat fox. I've never eaten a fox. I got charged by a fox. It was the weirdest shit in my life once. A fox came running straight at me. I was like, what the hell? Little puffy orange thing coming running at me. Apparently they do that sometimes. I don't know. Somebody else told me that happened to them. No, I've never seen that until that day. It never happened since then too. It was a long time ago. If you go fox hunting, do foxes run at you sometimes? Does that happen? That happened to me once. Seriously, fox charge was effective. I shot in front of the fox to try and scare him, and it did. Because I started like going, whoa, hello, and I was backing up, and he just booked it down the hill straight at me. And he got within like 20 yards, and I was like, no, I don't know if we got like rabies or what. And then so I shot like out in front of me, and he ran off. Just weird. I've had weird stuff. I almost had an owl take my eyes out hunting in the tree stand once. That was freaking scared the shit out of me. I'll tell you what, owls, they're freaking dead quiet. Those things are quiet birds. Majestic creatures. Yeah, I'm not gonna try boxing Naru, that's for sure. But I tell you what, if it came down to it, I'd fight one. Like if it was like life or death, right? Like that guy who was protecting his dog. I mean, I'd probably do the same thing that guy did. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You sucker punch that Roo, and you know it coming. I've never seen a Roo look like that. He's like surprised, like what the hell? He punched me back. It's never happened before. All right, I've been slacking and putzing on this thing. I'm almost done. I have heard Roo tastes pretty good. Let's see, did I miss any comments from you guys? No more questions. All right. Just the old hunting stuff, which I said it's tough. Honestly, like and I'll be honest, like, and I have no problem talking about this. Like, when it comes to hunting, I quit for a few years, and I mean, I actually haven't gotten a deer in quite a few years because I took some time off, because it is tough for me to take another animal's life, but you know, but it's also one of those things that's it's so rewarding knowing that you can provide for yourself and do it in a very ethical way. And especially when the amount of effort it takes sometimes to like go out and do that. Like, especially where I hunt, it's shotgun, so you have to shoot a slug. It's not rifle. So I have to get a deer within 50 yards of me to shoot it usually, to have a good shot. And it's pretty wooded areas a lot of times. It's pretty thick. So there's even years where I haven't even seen a deer. I've gone a whole week of sitting out in a tree and never seen a goddamn deer. So it happens, and that effort, that amount of work put into it, really pays off in the end when it comes time. It feels really rewarding. It's a good feeling, and it's delicious food. Absolutely delicious food. Like, when it comes to like big game trophy hunting, I'm a little like, I'm not a huge fan of it. But again, I feel like, a lot of people don't see too is like a lot of, for example, if we didn't have hunting, our wilderness, our agriculture would be shit. Like, there's millions, probably billions of dollars that go into our wildlife, and it's all funded by hunters. It's amazing. Archie, I've not eaten kangaroo. No, I haven't. I want to try some roo. I want to try it. When I get out there, I'm going to try it for sure. Have I ever seen a bear? No, I haven't. Haven't seen a bear. Mia. I got it right. No, actually, they're not really common here. In Minnesota, they're not common. They're more out on the the North Pacific or North Coast, up on the sides, like Alaska area, and then up in the north too. But we have black bears way up north, but I'm more in the cities area. It's like in the metro. I've never seen a bear outside of a zoo. No. Highway Perks, you're starting a YouTube channel on gold treasure hunting and urban discovery? Are you serious? Or are you just trolling me? Are you doing that? Because that's pretty badass if you're doing that. That's cool. Yeah. Put the channel in the comments. And if you're on Discord, send it to me because I'll check it out for sure. Give you a sub. I think that'd be cool. No, I will not appreciate 50 degrees Celsius. No, thank you. Because what is that? That is 50 times 1.8 is 90 plus 32. That's 122 degrees. No. Fahrenheit, right? Did I do the math right? 50, I think that's 122 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 Celsius. Is that right? Frickin' fact check me. But that's stupid hot. I would never go outside in that. No, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I'm perfect in 10 degrees Celsius. Fine. Love it. Good. All right, got to give her the old wipe down. I think I got her enough. There's probably parts of here that are still dirty somewhere, but I think I did a pretty decent job on it. Oh, I fucked that up. I forgot on this firearm you can't. God dang it. There we go. I got it stuck once because I forgot to put the barrel and the spring in, but I was just trying to slide it around, but it's not going to let me do it. On the Glock, it usually lets me do that. hands are all slippery. I got 2 cats there, bud. I do own 2. I got 2 pets. Yeah, highway. That's pretty cool. I want to check it out. CRX, I hope your teachers kick your ass. Oh, I forgot to inspect the springage. Well, I hope your back feels better, bud. When you get that channel up and running, let me know. Let us know in the Discord, and I'll check it out, you know. Highway, talking to you. Yeah, once you get it made, let me know. I want to check it out. Right. Well, the funny thing is, the teachers are now like my age, right? I know people younger than me who are teachers now. Freaking weird. But, and I'm telling you, we're the OG gamers. We grew up on like the modern stuff and the old stuff. Okay, my generation. So, better watch out. You better watch out, kids. Just saying. Oh shit. My cats are both just passed out next to each other in a little curled up ball. So cute. Where's my... Let's see. All right. Buy your local big boy. Jesus, you got a long name. Bye, bud. Let's see. Yeah, no, we got the Minnesota Freeze, and they got that stupid big foot as their freaking logo. It's the dumbest thing. Leave it up to Minnesota to have the stupidest logo. Sorry if any big Freeze people watch this video. Love and support you guys, but god dang, I don't know if it's just a foot thing that I'm not a fan of with the big feet in the picture. It's weird. All right, folks, we cleaned her up. How long have I been streaming for? I don't even know. Holy shit, an hour and a half. Gotta make sure my baby's spotless. Oh, she's got a little dirt in there. Oh, I saw there's dirt on the outside here. Let's clean that up. Some buildup going on here. Yeah, well, you look at that. Well, you just look at it. All right, what do we got? How are y'all doing? Everybody leaving? People leaving? See you guys. What sort of vehicle do I got? Highway perks. You know, I'm a real speed demon. I got myself a Ford 500 POS edition. It's got that, you know, that 3.0 V6 in it that gets you up to 60 in about 12 and a half seconds. Good old reliable POS. Yeah, no, my car isn't nice by any stretch of the imagination, which is fine. Actually, I only paid about $2,000 for it. Like, what has it been, 6 years now? Something like that. And it's still taking me where I need to go. I mean, it's a boat. Thing's giant. I don't need that big of a car. I don't ever have anybody with me. You know, single guy, no kids, no like family to haul around. So it's usually just me in it, and it's a pretty big vehicle. But for what I paid for it, I don't owe any money on it. Gonna keep it. I'm kind of frugal with certain things. I'm trying to save money. I want to buy a house. That's my goal. I want to buy a house. I'm tired of renting. So I'm trying to save up to get a duplex and then rent the other unit out. Cash flow that guy, hopefully, and, you know, do something like that. No, it's not like a ute. It's a car. It's just like a big family sedan. It's a 4-door family sedan, but it's a giant car. I mean, it's made to hold like both kids in the back, car seat in the middle, or however that works, and then like, you know, fat dad in the passenger, and then mom driving, or something, or vice versa, whatever. But it's just a big giant car, and then you can fit like 12 bodies in the back seat, or in the trunk, or golf clubs, whatever you want, you know. No, it's a big car, but it works. Does the job. Now I gotta lube up my gun, give it a nice wipe down of oil, protect it so it doesn't rust or anything. And the whole bottom's plastic basically, so that's not gonna rust, but get it all nice and wiped down. Boom! Cleaned up. HK VP9. Pew, pew. Love it. Just like that. Any plans for 20K? No plans for 20K yet. We'll see how it goes. We got plans for 10K. We're gonna start there. We're not gonna put the cart before the horse yet. Cool. Now for the cleanup. Best part ever. Bodies. I know, I always joke about that, because seriously, the trunk is huge in my car. It just doesn't make sense. It's just a bunch of dead space. I literally have 3 bows. I have 3 bows in my trunk. I have 3 bows, plus hunting gear, my bunny boots, and like a box with rotors in it and brakes. And I still have like trunk space to put all my stuff in. It's crazy. Yeah, I got lucky. My uncle actually, where I do my hunting, that property is his property. He's the one who sold me my car, and he got his new vehicle. He sold me his old one. I've been driving it ever since. So, good old family deal. Well, the problem is with snow here, the cars, because we salt our roads. So in the winter, they throw a ton of salt on the roads to melt the snow and the ice. And it ruins cars. Like, it destroys cars. So Our cars up here are kind of shitty when it comes to rust. Our cars get real rusty, real easy because of all of the salt. Where's that little thing? All right. We still got 13 of you in here. Is that right? Can I see this correctly? I can't tell. Yeah. 14 now. Welcome, everybody. You watched me clean my gun for an hour and a freaking half. 40 minutes. It should not take that long. Normally does not take that freaking long. But it takes that long when you do a live stream and talk to people. Somebody disliked the stream? Seriously? Seriously? What the hell am I going to do with myself? What the hell's wrong with people? What did I ever do to you? You always got one guy, or you got people. What they do is they open it up, they see the firearm, and they're like, oh my god, and then they dislike and run away. They're afraid it's gonna jump out at the screen and get you. Better watch out, get you. That's how it works. All right. Holy crap, human. You are a freaking champ and a legend for sticking around this long. How am I going to put this? Is that going to work? No, it's not going to work. Yep. It's not closed all the way, but that's fine. Oh, now I can relax a little bit there, guys. We got all this dirty, messy... Oh, these I'm going to keep. Garbage. These will stay. Okie dokie. Boom. You're drinking every time I say gun? What about firearm? Does that count? You drink every time I say firearm? You guys can play Menke Bingo. What would be on that? Tell me in the comments. What would be on that if you played Menke Bingo? You gotta have Bud on there. Bud. See a Bud? Right? Gotta have that. Oh, let's see how dirty this guy is. I haven't cleaned this in a while either. I almost forgot how to take a Glock slide off for a second. Oops. It's like, Jesus, what am I doing? I'm used to the VP9. She's pretty dirty down in there. I ain't gonna lie, she a little dirty down in there. My dad's 43, is probably pretty gunked up too, but I'm not gonna clean this right now because I ain't got time for that. You know, drumstick. Oh yeah, guys, if you didn't know, I used to play drums. I set up my drum set in my apartment, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I got an Instagram now. A lot of you have been asking me. Oh, there's 13 of you. And a lot of you have been asking me. I don't know about all 13 of you, but I got an Instagram now. And I posted a few pictures on there. Okay, posted a few. So if you want to check out the Insta, I don't know what's all going to be on there. I'll probably have some gun stuff, some whatever, just my life, you know, whatever I'm doing. But yeah, it's what is it called? Menke USA. That's what it is. Menke USA. Same logo as my YouTube channel. So if you're looking for what it might be, it's under that same logo. Used to have a 40 cal Smith & Wesson. Nice. Yeah, 40s are kind of going out of style now. That's just the thing. It's great with ammunition, like with modern day ammunition, right? Like the ballistics you can get out of a 9mm these days versus a 40, there's virtually no difference. It used to not be that way, and that's the thing. But it's just crazy how far ammo has come. Like, it's nuts. Like, my home defense, or my carry rounds, my defense rounds, are my hollow points, my Hornady critical defense hollow points. Those things are like over $1 a round, but they are sick. They're sweet. And the wound cavity, like in ballistics gel and all that stuff, and the ballistics on that are just as good as any like 40 caliber, or 45 even, or maybe 10mm. Once you get 10mm, though, you start to get kind of a fat bullet. All right, see you, bud. See you, William. Sorry, I should probably stop tapping. It's probably annoying as hell. So yeah, if you guys want to check out the Instagram, again, Menke USA, you can go find it. I'll probably start linking it and talking about it in videos. I only have like 4 pictures or 3 pictures up. I don't know. So I didn't want to like start telling people about it and not have anything on there. That would be kind of weird. Yeah. Actually, one thing I do have to clean. Oh, my good old Henry. Oh, this guy. One of my first firearms. No. Chamber's clear. But she's a little dirty. This one actually I haven't cleaned in a real long time. And I'm just, yeah, it's getting gunked up. Just looking in the chamber there, it's pretty gunked up. Yeah. A little bit of rust on here that I gotta clean up. But that's what happens when you have an old gun, or not old, but older. So this was actually the cool thing about this. Yeah, see you there, William. The cool thing about this is it's a pump action 22. It's a 22 rifle with a pump action. That's not gonna let me do it now. With a pump action, which is you don't see. I think Henry was the only one to make them. You guys can let me know. I mean, you probably won't know, but if there was any other companies that made pump action 22s, long rifles. So Henry made them, and cool thing was when they first started making them, their first iteration was with this round barrel. The barrel's round like most barrels on most guns. But once their second and future iterations, even up to this day, on the pump action 22 long rifle, they use like an octagon barrel. It's not a circle barrel. So I still got the circle barrel, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like the original, the OG. But this is my little squirrel slayer. This is my pew pew for when I go squirrel hunting, or just want to plink and have fun. And this thing's a blast because it doesn't kick at all, and it just pew pew pew. 22 long rifle. Did I see the guy on stream who accidentally shot his G Fuel? Was that the guy who was talking about where he was saying like, wasn't he doing one of these things? Hold on. Even if I know they're unloaded, I check my firearms every time. That's just like a good habit to have. I mean, you gotta have good firearm safety when you do these things. But wasn't he like doing this thing? It was like, I get money. My gun gets money. Blah blah blah. And then, like, he shot like all his shit next to him. Wasn't that the best? Was that the stream? Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. I actually, here's the thing. You guys probably not know from my channel, and this live stream may give you a little more insight. I'm a huge gun guy. Like, I really am. I'm a huge gun guy. So I watch a lot of gun videos and stuff like that, and on YouTube and all these things, and funny like compilations and military fails and gun fails, and there's some really bad ones. And you can ask any comparable gun owner, in order to have any sort of accident with a firearm, any sort of accident, you have to break one of the 4 gun rules. So one of the 4 rules of gun safety. Just you know, unless you have like an old World War II firearm that hasn't been touched in 50 years, that you knock over on the ground with a round in it and it goes off, or so, you know, something crazy, some old firearm. I mean, maybe, but this isn't normal. There's gun mistakes are always 100% on the user, and they can always be avoided if you just follow the 4 rules of gun safety. It's that easy. In every video you watch of some idiot shooting himself or streaming and shooting his computer or his G Fuel or whatever the hell it is, it's always breaking those rules. Yeah, oh, my coffee. My coffee's the best coffee, okay? I used to be a coffee roaster. I used to roast coffee for a large coffee company. And I used to run big machines roasting coffee. I would roast up to like 10, 12,000 pounds of coffee a day myself. I'd run in my own machine, roasting coffee. And so that same company, I got my roommate a job at. He does a different thing there, but it allows me to, I used to be able to take coffee home for free because we just get coffee for free. And so I still get my coffee for free because I got my roommate a job there after I left. And now he brings the coffee home for free for me. So I know when it's roasted. I know who roasts it usually. I know what the blends are. I know the coffee that goes into it. And it's always fresh because I get as much as I want. I can just go through whatever I want to go through. So I'm a big coffee snob. I do like a pour over every morning with my coffee and do all that fancy jazz. So I love my coffee. And I'm sure you guys got some good coffee because you're kind of close to the coffee belt. Like, you got Papua New Guinea's got some decent coffee. I'm not a huge fan of Papua New Guinea, but they got good coffee. It's just a personal thing. There's better stuff in my opinion. But there's a lot of like good coffee growing areas up near Australia there, which is cool. All right. Melbourne's coffee is the greatest on earth. Here's the thing. You could have great coffee and it can still taste like shit if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, Macca's coffee is toilet water, if you ask me. And you know what? I can give you some tricks, right? Like, as a little insider secrets for coffee. One way because I used to work with our master cupper. And a cupper is the same as a som in wine, like a sommelier for wine. A Q grader is what that is for coffee. And so I used to work with our Q grader at work, and he's a really cool guy. And we used to do like tastings. We like professionally taste coffees to grade them to see if they're going to work for the company. And so you do that kind of crap. One way you can tell if a coffee is good or not is not by drinking it hot, is by drinking it room temperature. If it's good coffee, it'll taste amazing at room temperature. The flavors will come out. Heat disguises poor attributes really easily. And that's why McDonald's or Macca's coffee is like freaking scorching hot. And I don't know, your guys' might be better than ours, but our Macca's, people say they like it, but it's actually real shit, because if you ever drink in a cup of it when it's cooled off, it's absolutely horrible. And yeah, I drink my coffee black, right? Like a man. Okay. So there's that. No cream or sugar crap in my coffee. It was funny when I used to roast coffee. Every batch I would roast, it would be like 500 pounds. But every time I'd roast a batch, I would taste test. I'd pull out you have to pull out a sample. And you have to run it through a grinder and then run it through a machine to test the light or darkness. It gives you a number, and that tells you if you roasted it properly within the range of roast, like medium, dark, light. It gives you a number, and you're like, all right, this blend that I'm roasting has to be this number, and you have to get it within a certain amount of points of that. Otherwise, it's not going to go out. And so you have to test every batch. And so I take coffee out to go test it, and I eat a bean every time. Eat a bean. So I be eating coffee beans all freaking day, getting jazzed up. I love chocolate covered coffee beans. They're awesome. See, I've had people telling me that to put the I almost said Milo again. To put the Milo on ice cream and to put it in hot stuff, put it in cold stuff. You know, put it on your steak. I would put it on everything. I don't know. People tell me to do all sorts of stuff with it, but I think I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to do hot milk, cold milk, and what was the other one? What was I gonna do? Water, like hot water. Is it? Well, let me read the goddamn can. There was one other one I was gonna try. So people are saying that it's like malt, right? You guys are telling me it's like malty. Is it chocolatey too, though, or is it just malt? People are saying it's chocolatey too. Source of protein. How much protein's in this crap? Protein. What do we got? Servings per pack 10. So there's 25 grams of protein in this whole thing. That's not that much. That's just a lot of meat. Milo. How much sugar is in there? Holy crap. 88 grams of sugar in this whole thing. All right, so yeah, I'm into reading the nutrition stuff, and I'm trying to look, like read your guys' because you have it laid out differently. Cold, yeah. I'll try it hot and cold. I'll probably do a side by side. You know, we'll do both. I don't like milk though. That's the problem. I like chocolate milk, but I'm kind of lactose intolerant. Like I get really like upset stomachs. Like when I can drink it. I'm not like. It's not gonna kill me. It's not a big deal, but it does give me like belly aches and stuff from drinking milk. Like I had a phase a few years ago where I was like working out and just trying to gain a lot of weight. Like just because I'm kind of a skinny guy, so I was trying to gain some poundage, and I was drinking a lot of whole milk because that was a really easy way to put on calories. And God, I was just a bloated son of a bitch for like a month. I was just like, sucked. And so what I started doing is, and again, I know all about milk, and I'm not a big fan. I was like, whatever. It's all the stuff about milk, whatever. But I literally just did it because it's high in fat. It's an easy way to get calories when you're mixing like a protein shake for your workout or whatever, and you use whole milk. You're like doubling the calories almost. It's insane. So, so what I started doing then was almond milk because that was fine. It tastes great and it didn't bother me at all. But it's like 3 times the price of regular milk. So it's just, I ended up just using water. It was just fine. Let's see. What we got here? Don't die to milk. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I could see Pete trying to eat it out of the tin. I feel like I'd inhale it and choke. Am I into politicians? Am I into politicians? Like, do they turn me on? No? Weird. I'm into politics. Like I like talking about politics. Like I have, I do a lot of political research on my own time, and I'm into politics and my stuff, but I'm not into politicians per se. There are certain politicians I like better than others, but I think, God dang it. Frickin' Dunny. Goddamn Dunny. All right. What's my most powerful weapon? My mind. Cliche, huh? Is that cliche enough for you? Have I dunked the nuts into my beverage? My roux nuts. Oh, my balls are stuck. Ah, guys, my balls, they're stuck. Holy shit, they're really stuck. Holy hell, my balls are really stuck, guys. Well, I did a good job securing these. Jesus Christ. How did I even do that? There we go. All right. Nuts! Man, thanks to freaking James Squirrel for giving me nutters. What the hell is this? I swear to God. What's the best I have fired? What do you mean, what's the best I have fired? Like, what's the best gun I've fired? What does that even mean? What do you mean by best? That's a subjective term. Like, what's the best I've done firing? Or shooting? What do you mean? It's very, very vague. Where's the cat? One's looking at me. Here, you want some balls, cat? Come here. Come check these nuts out. Come here. You're looking at them. I know you want some of these. Come here. How far am I from Florida? Oh, Jesus. Freaking scared me. God dang. Monster. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to teabag you. Think of that, cat. She doesn't know what's happening, but I do. The other one's looking at her like she's jealous. Come here, Bindi. Yeah, that's right. You just shake them. All you gotta do is shake them and she comes. Come here. Hey. You know better. You don't play up there. Hey. She's reaching for him. No, they're mine. My balls. Boop. They're furry, so you don't know what to do. She's kind of weirded out by them. One, she's never seen a kangaroo, and two, she's probably never seen balls. Yeah, I don't let my cats near the balls. You can see why. Look at what's happening. They're looking for them. They're looking for the nuts. You give them the nuts once and they can't stay away from it. Hey, leave my antlers alone. You goofy. That's why I keep the balls way up there, so you can't get them. So graceful. My cats know better than to go after my plums highway, trust me. They know better than to mess with daddy, especially his plums, all right? My stick of dangles are off limits to the kitties. Just saying. Greetings from Mexico. Hello, Miguel. ¿Cómo estás, güey? Hey, we jumped back up in viewers. We got 21 now. 20. Sweet. How we all doing? I already cleaned the firearms. If anybody's hopping in, saying hello, checking out the stream. We cleaned the VP9, my carry weapon. Probably could have done a little bit of better job, but I didn't clean the magazine. I should have probably cleaned the magazine a little bit. Hey, we had one guy from Mexico here. That was pretty cool. I don't know if he left. Miguel. Oh, earlier Mick said the best weapon, my fave, is an M60. Okay. Cool. There you go. You know what? I want to shoot and I haven't shot one, which is kind of crazy. I want to shoot an AK. I haven't shot an AK, which is surprising. Thought about building one, even though I've never shot one. My plan is I'll be building an AR probably at some point. It's just money and everything else is really not on the priority list. hands are so slippery. I can't even hit the slide release. That works. Ooh, scared me. Nice. 9 more toothbrushes on my table than the Collingwood cheer squad. Don't you talk about Collingwood like that. How dare you? Just kidding. I hold no allegiances. Jack up the safety seer? No thanks. I don't want to go to federal prison, thank you very much. Oh, that. I just work with what I got, guys. I got a Collingwood freaking drink bottle. I'm gonna drink out of it. Jesus Christ, just like my freaking flag here. Hello. West Coast Eagles, and we're here to show you why. We're the big birds, king of the big game. We're the Eagles, we're flying high. All right, now I need somebody to send me a flag that's got, like, you know, Geelong on it, and it's, yeah, I say that right, Geelong, and what else? You know, maybe the Adelaide Crows, because they could use a little bit of love right now. They got their win, though. They got their win. Bombers, yeah, there you go, Bombers. The Bombers in there. The big Bombers. Yep. Sativa indica, your choice, he says. There you go. Or maybe a hybrid, if you're feeling eloquent. Maybe they should send me a link on how to kick the ball. Hey, guess what? You know what? I bet you look the same, just as dumb, if I give you a freaking 12-gauge shotgun for the first time there, bud. Watch you kick the shit out of yourself. It's my first time picking up a footy. Okay? Me and Sharon, we're getting to know each other a little bit, all right? Actually, I gotta blow it up. It lost a little air. I don't know what that's about. I gotta put some more air in that Sharon. She's a little flat. I'm gonna pump her up a bit. What the hell, Dunny? I'm losing everything. Everything's falling. Jesus. It's just like made to be like back here and not touched. Thought it just, everything's like set up as a trap. All right, Jesus. You were better when you were 3? Yeah, right. What was that, like 3 years ago? You know what the funniest part is? Like, y'all act like, you know, I'll be honest. I don't even cook. I don't even kick American footballs. Okay? I play with this. All right? Here, let me show you something. I hope I don't break my computer. But I play with lacrosse stick and ball. Okay? I don't know how to kick a freaking football, but I can throw that thing just fine. All right? And I haven't touched this thing in years. It's like riding a bike. I never played actual American football either. I never did that. I wrestled and then I played lacrosse. Those are my sports. I play with the stick and balls and I'm pretty good at it. A lot of practice over the years, you know. Do you guys play lacrosse in Australia? Do you guys have lacrosse teams over there? Or is that not a thing? You guys know what it is? You guys have some lacrosse? Okay, okay. How tall am I? Well, I used to be 5'10". Now I'm 5'9" and a half. I need to sit on one of them like reverse things that they flip you up and you hang you by your feet so you stretch out yourself. You know, I'm getting shorter as I get older. This is just my room table. I have another table in my other room. It's way bigger. I'm shrinking. I am shrinking. We're all shrinking. Did you know you're shorter when you go to bed than when you wake up? Like a centimeter? Fun fact. Fun fact of the day for you there. Yeah, it's funny. So, you know, my cousin, who we did the other video with the Tim Tam Slam and stuff. So I played lacrosse in high school, and when I started, it was our first year of having this sport at all. And then I ended up moving schools my senior year and starting at a new school, and I played lacrosse there. And it was then their first year having the sport. And I was the only senior on the team, and I was the only one of the only people who had played for a few years. And so it was a lot of fun. It was new to the school and everything. And then the following year, once after I graduated, I went back to that school and coached. I was the head coach of the JV team and then the assistant head coach of the varsity team. And then my cousin, who you saw in the video, was on that team who I coached. So I ended up coaching my cousin in lacrosse and then I coached for 2 years, and he was on the team for one of those years. But yeah, it was really fun to kind of coach with and you know, have family there. It was a little weird though, being a coach after you had just played for the team. That was kind of awkward, but yeah. Yeah, I got this Milo just sitting here. It's been sitting here for a while. I want to do I gotta have a whole video on. I would do a whole video on the Vegemite and a whole video on the. Did I say Milo again? God damn it, Milo! Son of a bitch. It's in my head now. See, that's the problem. Once it's in your head, I haven't said Milo since the first time I said it in that video. I said it Milo every single time until today. Until I read it in the comments out loud as a joke, and now it's stuck in my goddamn brain. Between Milo and Mia, and now I'm all freaking. It's Milo. I know, guys. I know it's Milo. I know Milo. I get it. Yes, I know. If I had $1 for every time somebody told me that, and you add them all up in the comments over the course of the couple months here, my GoFundMe would be funded to Australia by now. Just saying. Yeah, I should just say Milo to piss everybody off forever now. It's like, do you want more comments on your videos? Say Milo. Do you want YouTube to see more engagement? Say Milo. Oh man. Still got people here. Unreal. You guys are sticking through it. Yeah, exactly. I won't get any subs from it. Yeah, right. That's fine. Maybe we'll never hit 10K, guys. That's fine. We won't hit 10K. I won't have to do the shoey. We'll be good. It's been just over 2 hours, yeah. You hear the whole time, human. You're nuts, man. You're crazy. Oh, that's right. It's Friday there. You guys are in the futures. In the futures. Super. You say your name, Kuri? Super Kuri. Why am I cleaning? Because actually, not because I'm planning on shooting soon, which I probably will shoot soon. I want to shoot more. It's actually been between today when I shot today and then the previous time I shot was like the longest I've gone without shooting in a while. No, I'm cleaning because I shot today and I noticed a few hiccups in my firearm in its how it operates. Nothing major, nothing to worry about, nothing scary. just a few things that led me to believe it may need a good cleaning, maybe a little gunked up, and decided I should clean it because I haven't cleaned it in a while anyway. So. See, that's how I'm winning you guys over. You know what the funniest thing? Let me tell you a little story. This is behind the scenes story of the Menke channel. Okay, come on in. All right. So, it's funny because my first videos ever on the channel, just getting started, I didn't have anything in the background. I was just I didn't even have like a little set. You can call this a set, right? You know, I didn't have any of that. I didn't know what I was doing. And I was just kind of working up to it. And eventually I'm like, all right, let's have some cool stuff in the background. Again, guns have always been a big part of my life. So I put, my pistols on the table and I put my Henry here in the corner, right? Nice little Henry in the corner. And people got mad, right? People got triggered. They get the firearms. What you doing, dude? You're going to kill everybody. Oh my God. People losing their shit. And so, which I fully expected going into it, by the way, and I don't care. I care less. I like to troll some of those people every now and again. So it's kind of fun. But the funniest part is, so I've had that going over the year, or not over the years, but over the weeks going, with the videos, that same setup. And then when I did the video with the Tim Tam Slam with my cousin, I had the arsenal laid out, right? I mean, we got the M4s, we got pistols left and right. Like we got everything, right? So we got all the cool stuff. And then people saw that and they're like, They literally thought I'm like you guys are gonna kill everybody. Like it's just crazy. See you, CRX. See you, bud. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah. But the best part is people lost their shit over that, right? But the loyalists, the people who stuck through it, they were mad, but they stuck through it. And then when I came back, and did my normal videos again, I had people who were like, all of a sudden relieved. Now they were relieved they get to see the rifle in the corner. They're relieved they get to see there's the pistols. It's comforting to see just the little old rifle in the corner and not the arsenal of guns. And what I think is it's like, I'm just desensitizing you guys. All the people who hate the guns, I'm just slowly bringing you into my world little bit by bit. Just slowly desensitizing you, because at first you're triggered by the firearm in the corner, the little Henry here. And then after the AR-15s and all of the fancy, 22 conversions with the binary triggers and all that shit going crazy, now you guys like to see the little Henry in the corner. So it's kind of funny. I swear to God, this dunny sign's gonna. I got magnets in the other room. I gotta hang it up. So yeah, that was my little story time. So I thought that was funny. I'm slowly desensitizing the Australian population, one Aussie at a time. Well, I'm not repeating myself, human. You can go back and watch it. You can replay. Hit the back button. Yes, I've seen Jim Jeffries' stupid gun control video, whatever. Guy's an idiot. He's got some funny stuff, but when it comes to like stuff on guns, dude's like not a fan of him. And the same with what's his name? Piers Morgan, right? The British guy that was on, wasn't he on CNN for a while here? He was on some news network here. I forget which one. I don't watch like cable news a lot. I tend to try and get my information elsewhere. But some of the stuff he says, I actually agree with a lot of. Like, he's a pretty controversial guy. But when his stuff on guns was just back asswards, and he tried to like convince the Americans here that like, you get rid of your guns, why do you need guns? And that backfired on him 100%, which is funny. So I'm curious, if you're not allowed to have firearms on the table, how do you clean them? Are you not allowed to maintain your firearms at any point? Because I'll tell you what, you can't disassemble this with a lock on it. Like with the normal lock that goes through the chamber and out the bottom of your magazine, right? You can't disassemble this to clean it with that on. So how do you clean it if you're not allowed to have that? Well, this is a safe area. Okay, so you can clean it, but in a safe area. This is a safe area. We're a safe area. We're safe. Promise. Yeah, okay, I figure. Well, you have to be able to clean it. I mean, here's the thing. We have laws here too, right? Like with stuff. Like For example, like if you have like a kid in the house or the home, or if you're in an apartment building and there's kids in the building, you're supposed to have your shit locked up. Like you're you know. Yeah, locked when you're not a tenant. That makes sense. I mean, here's the thing, like they don't make it, and here's I think the reason like they would never make it a law that you have to have them locked. Like for example, like if you walk out of your bedroom into the kitchen and your firearm's on the table and it's not locked, that's a crime. The reason they'll never make a law like that is because there's no way to enforce it. There's in order to enforce it, you have to break in America. You have to break people's rights, right? Like your privacy rights, all that shit. Like who's going to be spying in your house to watch you, make sure you're doing your shit? Like the premise of the law itself violates, like in order to be able to do, like I don't know. And I get like if there's a kid involved, for example, if like a kid hurt himself because there's a firearm out and yada yada, then you get charged. Like, that makes sense. And we have that kind of stuff here with certain things too. You clean your weapon every day. That's smart. That's smart. Keeps the bugs away. Right. I mean, highway, we actually have that kind of similar stuff too. Like, again, the law versus the application is a little different. If you, let's say I have my own house, I have a wife, I have kids, and I just have my firearm in my desk drawer. I think that's technically not legal to have because you have kids in the home and you're supposed to have it locked up because of that, because your kid could find it and harm himself. Now, you could probably do it your whole life and never, ever have to worry about ever getting in trouble because there's no way for anybody to force, even if somebody said, hey, I heard so-and-so has that, a cop cannot, without a warrant, go into your house and check that. And no judge is going to give somebody a warrant to go in somebody's house to see if they have a firearm not locked. Like, that would never happen. So that premise is really weird. And yeah, and like I like what Mike says here. Like, guns don't kill people, people kill people. I mean, it's a tool. A gun's a tool. Same way a knife's a tool. You understand how more afraid I am of this than a friggin' firearm? And these are in every single kitchen. You're not going to go kitchen to kitchen, door to door, taking people's kitchen knives. This can do so much more damage, in my opinion, than a firearm. Because one, it doesn't make any noise. All right? Firearms alert people. Even if you have a suppressor on a firearm, it's loud. I don't care what anybody says. It's loud. Until you shot it with a suppressor, you don't know. It's loud. You hear it. Okay? These aren't loud. These are quick. These are silent. These are fast, right? You have way better odds of surviving within 5 feet having one of these versus one of those. Like astronomically higher versus this with that. Like it's no question, but it's just it's the fear. A lot of it's media. And yeah, it's from the top. And I can get real into it with numbers, statistics, all the stuff when it comes to firearms in the United States, because that's what I know is the United States, and that's what I care to know and focus on. But yeah. Obi-Wan, really, you had cops knocking your door to check if your firearms are secure? That's crazy. And that's a big difference between us and you guys. I mean, that's actually crazy to think that would happen there. Like, to me, that to me is an astronomical violation of your rights. It's your property. That's your home. I'd be like, fuck off. Go get a warrant from a judge. You ain't stepping foot in this door. See ya. Slam the door on them. Like, that's what would happen in the United States. I mean, your property, you know, is. Yeah. And it's actually crazy how many people use firearms. Like, you can actually look up a number like lives saved every year in the United States by firearms. Like, people having to use their firearms in a defensive situation. Like somebody, and I'll tell you, this actually happened to somebody I know. Not know personally, but it was a family member's old boss, really close family member. It was her old boss. Okay, so she knows her really well, and I've never personally met her, but I know the story is 100% valid because it was a big deal. This guy hopped up on some drugs. It was like a sliding glass porch window. I'm gonna give you like the cliff notes. On ground level, husband and wife sitting watching a movie. The guy comes up to the glass window, starts banging on it, trying to get in. They're yelling at him like, get out, get away, go. Husband grabs his firearm, points it, at the guy, just like, hey, get out and leave. He's still trying to bang on the glass, shirt off, drugged up, crazy. Banging on the glass, trying to break it, trying to get in, can't get in. Then he starts, and again, the guy's didn't shoot him, hasn't shot him yet, okay? He's just he's yelling at him to leave his property, get away. And eventually the guy starts ramming the window with his body, the glass door with his body, and shatters and breaks through the whole window with his body, gets up and starts charging at the husband and wife. At which point the husband shot him several times and killed him, and he dropped and dead. And my thing is like that right there, what would have happened if they would just said, take me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that is a number that represents a number of a life saved. Like, I don't know. It's just to protect your family and the people you love, to me is hugely important. And I hear about these things, and they've happened to people that, again, I either know or people I know. Like, and it's crazy how many lives are saved versus how many are taken. And if you look at how many people are killed in the United States by guns every year, I think it's like 30-some thousand. But if you deduct that number, I think 20-some thousand of those are from suicide, which is terrible. Don't get me wrong. That's horrible. That is sad to think that many people are taking their lives. But I don't believe that if guns didn't exist, that those same 20-some thousand people wouldn't have committed suicide. They probably would have found a different way to do it. Because when you're in that mindset, and I've had severe depression when I was younger, it's not about the tool to do the job. That's irrelevant, right? I mean, it's about where your place is at mentally and all these things. So it's crazy to think that people want to use these statistics like 30-some thousand people are killed every year by guns in America and yada yada. It's a big talking point, but they don't deduct a number on what is, where those numbers are coming from. So I think, and again, I'm going on a huge rant. I've missed a lot of comments here, but I can talk about this for hours, really. And because when you look at the numbers, when you actually look at cases and you talk to people, guns save people. They do. They protect families. They protect loved ones. They protect communities. And all laws do is take away protection from people, and they keep the firearms in the hands of criminals. Because laws don't apply to criminals. I'll say this 100 times over. Laws don't apply to criminals. They wouldn't be criminals if they did. Period. And it's amazing because the places in the United States with the highest amount of gun laws, like the most strict gun laws, like Chicago and New York, they have some crazy gun laws. California is pretty bad too, but Chicago is really bad. There's a real high correlation between the places with the highest gun laws and the most gun crime. It's unreal. And the places with the loosest gun laws have the least gun crime. And I'll tell you why. Because if you're in Chicago, that person you're about to rob doesn't have a gun. They're not allowed to have it. But I have it because I'm a criminal. And I'm going to go rob that person because I know they don't. And I have no threat against me because I know they can't defend themselves. I'm a criminal. I don't care what the laws are. That's the whole point. But you go to Texas or someplace else, you think twice before you go up to anybody and start any shit because you don't want to get shot down. It's like you don't go up threatening somebody's life because there's a good chance you're going to die. It's just, so yeah, it's really crazy. Like, and there's statistics to correlate that exact same thing. It's unreal. Sorry, I just got on a huge rant about firearms. It's all that pent up emotion from all the comments I've been getting on my channel about my guns. It's bothering me. Ugh. Yeah, Joe Rogan moved to Texas. California is stupid. All right, my mother moved to California. I told her she doesn't live in America anymore. She gets all mad at me when I say that, but she doesn't. Like, it's literally not. Like, and it's funny because that's where everybody goes. That's not like from the United States. If you want to go visit the United States, you go to California, and it's like, God, why you go to California? It's like not America at all. Like, the laws are absolute bonkers on just about everything. And like the rest of the country looks at them like the freaking oddballs out. They think they're better than everybody because they take this high road, but they literally put so many laws into place. Companies are evacuating that state because of the ridiculous laws on businesses and regulations, and that state is just it's bad. Who's the stand-in guy that looks like me? I don't know who you're talking about. Do I know what my local time will be with the AFL Grand Final being that night? So I don't know what the local time will be. I know I am 15 hours behind you guys. Okay, so you're 15 hours ahead of me. So how I do it is I flip the AM and PM, right? So right now it's, so what time is it for you guys? It would be 12 noon. It'd be about 3 o'clock, 3:30 your time for some people in Australia, right? I get different time zones, but generally speaking. So for you guys, yeah, flip it AM to PM and subtract 3 hours, and that's my time. Yeah, exactly, Mick. With the getting rid of all the weapons means criminals will have all the weapons. That is 100% true. 100% true. I mean, here's the thing, and I will play a little caveat devil's advocate thing, right? Even as a gun owner, like if you could like summon a magical genie and just go poof and make all the firearms in the world disappear, and all of the knowledge and like recollection technology and how to make firearms just like never existed, like it just wasn't a thing. Sure, fine. You play that argument and yeah, cool. I'd live in that world. Fine, whatever. But it's just because then it negates like everybody criminals have. But that's not a reality. That'll never happen, like ever. I mean, we're pretty close to being able to just 3D print guns. Like it's just insane. I mean, this gun here, this pistol is mostly polymer, right? The only metal pieces are the slide and the barrel and the spring. Most of it, and I mean, and inner workings of the slide with the firing pin and stuff, but like in some of the trigger stuff. But most of this is plastic, which is it's crazy. I agree too, Oliver. Guns are better when not used. I prefer not to use my firearm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love using my firearm. They're fun. Guns are fun. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fun to go out shooting. It's fun to do that stuff, right? There's nothing wrong with it being fun at all. But it's not a toy, and there's a big difference, right? Just like what? Like surfing can be fun, right? But it's not. You don't treat it like just like because you die. Okay, you get sucked up under the waves and you get killed. Okay, same thing. Yeah, totally not a toy. But again, they're hella fun. I remember one time. You want another story time? Another Menke story time? Like I remember this was a long time ago. This was like right out of high school. There's this girl, right? And I thought she was kind of cute, and I was kind of talking with her. And I've known her for a while, and she had just broken up with her boyfriend, right? She's kind of upset about it, and so I kind of made a move a little bit. I was already chatting with her a little bit, and I was like, "Well, you want to hang out?" We hadn't seen each other in years, and so it's like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Well, you ever shot a gun before?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "You want to go to the range and shoot?" And she's like, "Sure, why not?" And so we went actually to an actual range, like so I could make sure it was a better controlled environment. And I don't have a problem with teaching people out at my farm and stuff, but just in this time area, or set in my life, it's better to go to the range. And so she picks up a gun for the first time and is kind of scared and fires off a few rounds, and you could just see in her face like the weight that was lifted off her shoulders of like all the stress and the shit she was dealing with her boyfriend. She absolutely loved it. And so fun fact, if you're ever trying to get a date, chick's never fired a firearm before, and you can do it in a safe, controlled area where she feels safe. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. It's a huge turn off to firearms. If you just give something to somebody for the first time and it kicks their ass, like that's a turn off. Like nobody wants to do that. You shouldn't be afraid of them. You got to work your way into it. So, but it's give me a good way to pick up chicks. Just saying. Yeah, it's stupid. We can't have tanks here. Kind of a bummer. I know, who was it? I think, it wasn't Lunkers was trying to get a tank. One of Lunkers' buddies was trying to get a tank, and they won't let him get a tank. Good question, Sam. So I'll break down two scenarios for you. One, you're an Aussie. You come to America. Okay, so Sam asked, are you a guy or a girl? I'm sorry, Sam. That's a kind of a gender neutral name. Sam says, me being an Aussie, could I walk into Walmart and purchase a gun with ammo if I visited? Great question. No. 100% no. You could not. Not at all. One, you're not a citizen. They're not going to let you purchase a firearm. Two, if you want to purchase a firearm, okay, let's break this down again. So let's say you are a citizen, right? You were born here and everything. Still, it depends on the firearm. Well, okay, no. So for the most part, yes, you can, but pending contingencies, okay? So you're a girl, Sam. Hey, awesome, cool. Okay, so she said, that's what I was going to say. It's like he or she say it. So she said, but anyway, so if you are a citizen though, you can go into Walmart. Actually, Walmart doesn't sell guns anymore. They stopped selling firearms, I think. So you can go into Walmart and do that anyways. But every firearm you purchase, they do a background check with the FBI. And there used to be like a waiting period and stuff, but you don't really have to deal with that anymore. But they do a background check. So medical or mental history, like if you had something like mentally that was like not under HIPAA and like, disclosed you had this like thing, whatever, the FBI knew about it, they could see it. That's getting disclosed. They're not letting you get a firearm. If you've had any domestic abuse, not getting a firearm. If you had a felony, you're not getting a firearm. Anything shows up on your background check they don't like, you're not getting a firearm. Period. And here's the thing. I bought this, had to do a background check. If I go there tomorrow to buy another firearm, another background check. If I go back that same day to get another firearm, another background check. Now I can purchase multiple at once and do one background check, but the point is every time you go to purchase a new firearm, going back, you have to do a new background check. Not even if it's a High Point. Love the High Point reference. You king. Somebody in here knows a little something about firearms, at least. Now that's going into a store and purchasing a firearm. There are different laws around private sale. That's a whole nother area around private sale. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Dave, like cooling off period. And again, I don't know. I'd have to look it up because the only gun I purchased, like myself, because all the guns I own were bought for me from my father as a kid growing up. So I don't know the rules actually off the top of my head. I look up things when I need to know them. Like if I were to ever go out and buy a shotgun or rifle on my own terms, I'm going to know all that before I step in the door. I spend a lot of time learning stuff when I need to, but if I don't need to really know it for a given situation, I don't really take the time to memorize or what's going on. For example, with pistol stuff, I know lots about it because I carry it every day and I need to know that. I have a special permit to do all that. When it comes to purchasing rifles, I think there actually might. I think there used to be a waiting period for long guns, but I can't remember. That's going to throw me off. I'd have to look that up. But I know for a pistol, I purchased that same day, walked out with it. But I also had my permit to carry, though. So I have to look into the laws a little bit more on that. But so I went through a class. I had to go to the sheriff's office, fill out paperwork and all this stuff to get a special permit, which allows me to carry in public. But I had that before I went and purchased the firearm. I think with that, I don't know if that actually means anything to those guys, to the FFLs. An FFL is just somebody who can legally sell you a firearm, or can have firearm parts shipped to them. It's a very specific thing, but I don't know if that has any bearing when it comes to an FFL, whether or not you have a permit to carry or conceal and carry, whatever state you're in. I don't know that it does. But yeah, I walked out the same day with this guy. Purchased it, walked out with it. But I don't know, with the cooling off thing, it's like, I mean, even if you check out, the background check's all good. Again, it's a tool. The person is, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those things. Hey, squirrels in the house. Hey, bloke, what's going on, boss? Mr. Squirrely Squirrel. Got your nuts hanging up above me. Thanks for those. Yeah, my cat loves your balls. Just saying. Cooling off period, 28 days. Wow. That's actually interesting. Hold on, let me grab some. Where is this? What did I do with my stuff? What? You yelling at me? What? Don't yell at me. Cat's yelling at me. I was gonna find my phone because I wanted to Google that quick thing. But yeah, now you got me curious because I know about what you're talking about with the cooling off thing, and I swear there was something like that with long guns, but now I'm not sure. I haven't had to purchase a shotgun or a rifle. And the AR-15 that I'm going to build doesn't require, like, I don't have to purchase, like, I have all the parts sent right to my door, except for one piece that puts it all together has to get sent to an FFL for me to build it. There are more gun stores in the US than Macca's and Starbucks combined. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. I would doubt that, actually. Because I'm trying to think, like, I know of my local gun stores around me, and I know there are a frick ton way more McDonald's than that. There's like, yeah, and I know there's like 8 Starbucks in this one city, so. Bump stocks? I think they're dumb. I mean, here's my thing, though. I think you can have whatever you want. Like, I'm pro 2A. I think it's stupid that the government has any regulations on this shit. Like, my thing is, like, for example, let's use this as an example, right? This is a rifle. This is my rifle! Right? Okay. Oh, shit. So, legally, this is a stock, okay? This is considered a stock, right? And if you want to have a stock on a rifle, the barrel has to be 16 inches or longer, right? If it's shorter than 16 inches, you cannot have a stock. You have to have a brace. So fucking stupid. You have to have a brace, okay? And a brace is different than a stock. You can go Google it, okay? Why 16 inches? It's so dumb. Again, these are stupid laws that piss me off. I think they're dumb. Again, Pro 2A, get all those stupid regulations. You want to have a bump stock? Have a bump stock. I don't care. You should be allowed to have it. I think they're stupid as hell. Just like I think binary triggers are kind of dumb, even though my cousin has one on it. It's 22 conversion, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. You know, it jams half the time. But again, binary trigger, it's not accurate, okay? I mean, they're fun. Sure, they're fun, but not practical. So again, this has to be at least 16 inches. Otherwise, you got to have a brace, okay? Even if you have a suppressor on here that makes it 16 inches, okay, it's still not considered, the barrel itself has to be 16 inches. Unless you weld the suppressor on, then that adds to the total length of the barrel, okay, which is dumb. So you can't have a stock, any kind of stock, bump stock, any stock, on a gun that's shorter, or barrel shorter than 16 inches. It's a federal offense, okay? What else? There's like, and like, let's say this was an AR, right, with got your flip to fire to safe on the side. There's a little thing in there, and this is what we're talking about earlier. I'm not gonna, actually, I shouldn't talk about this because this might get me in trouble. You can turn them into automatics. There's one little piece, there's a couple pieces you need to do that to, but if you do one thing to one piece in there, it's all of a sudden a felony, which is the dumbest thing. Like, it's one little piece in there, and if you change one little piece inside of there, it's a felony. It's like, Jesus Christ. So, don't agree with any of those laws at all. Bump stocks, have whatever you want, I don't care. I think they're stupid, though. I think it's a real easy way to hurt yourself. But whatever. What else we got here? Yeah, I wish you could have your guns back too, Sammy. I think it's funny. Like, I love talking about guns. We should do this more often. Hey, Patrick. Yeah, I remember you. Don't be such a twat. Everybody will hate you. All right? Be cool. Be chill. All right. Yeah, I wish you guys would have your guns back too, because they kind of, and this was funny because and again, I haven't looked too much into it, so I don't want to like start the controversy and the riots from you guys. So I'm not claiming to know all about what happened with you guys. So, but I did hear it was more like they called it I consider it a mandatory buyback. Mandatory means they force you to give up your guns. They force you to give away your guns. Okay. And a lot of people are like, "Oh no, it's not a mandatory buyback. It's not a mandatory buyback. It's voluntary." They said, "You know, drop off your guns, give them your guns." My thing was like, it's mandatory because if you didn't do it, now you're breaking the law. Like they never said you have to do this, but they said if you don't do this, now you're a criminal, which is the same thing in my opinion. So to me, it was a mandatory buyback, but which I think is nuts. Like you would see a civil war if they ever tried that here. That would never happen here. And it was funny because there was there's some like people in because we just recently voted for Senate in our state. And so I was looking at some policies between senators and stuff. And somebody was like trying to promote a gun buyback. And I just laughed and was like, good luck with that. That would never happen. Never happen. God. It would almost be like humorous to like be able to like play out a virtual reality, alternate reality kind of thing to see what would happen. Like not actually, because it would be horrific, because it would be bad. But just see it like in like a movie setting. Like, God, it'd be nuts. Hide him under the floorboard. Yeah, I guess. We're going to 3 hours, boys and girls. Why the hell not? Yeah, I think it'd be cool to get into like 3-gun. You said you have an uncle that's a pistol shooter. That's pretty sweet. I thought it'd be cool to get into like 3-gun. I have a cousin who does trap shooting for school. Like that's the thing, a school sport. It's a school sport, shooting shotguns. Just saying. They shoot shotguns for sport at school here. Yeah, Joe Rogan and Duncan. I can believe they went over 5 hours. That's crazy. It's crazy that once you start getting into it, time goes by pretty quick. Grim. Every mushroom is edible once. It's kind of like the same logic, right? Hey Marcus, how you doing, bud? An Owen gun? I've heard of it. I'm bad with names. I'd have to see a picture. Grim, what do you mean? Where do I want to go in Australia? I got a whole like road trip plan mapped out. Like the community's like giving suggestions, and we're plotting things out along the way on like what to do. I have a whole like road trip map thing from every city, going basically from freaking what is it? Freaking Brisbane, right? North of Sydney is Brisbane, right? And so starting there and then going all the way down through Melbourne and over to Perth and all the way up to Darwin, all that crap. It's gonna be awesome. I feel like I've heard the Owen gun before. I have to pull it up. Semi-automatic weapons. Or like salt guns? These are all semi-automatic weapons, by the way. This is a semi-automatic. This is a semi-automatic. This actually isn't a semi-automatic. It's technically a pump, but I mean, it's kind of one. Semi just means every time you pull the trigger, a round comes out. One round. One trigger pull, one round. One trigger pull, one round. That's a semi-automatic. God, did anybody see that? You guys probably haven't seen it because you're not from the United States. But there was this freaking so there was this like this militia that formed. I forget what they call themselves. It's like it's the NF something, like not effing around something. It's just it's like a black militia, right? Like a group, a ton of black people with armed Like they form their own militia to like protest and stuff. I'm like, cool, that's cool, good. You're pro gun. Like I don't even screw politics aside, left, right, whatever. Like anybody who's like pro gun rights, I'm like, that's good. That to me, that's good. But these guys are idiots. I'm sorry, because they don't have proper gun safety, and that's what bothers me. I don't care what your politics are, it's the gun safety. So, what happened is they're all holding ARs in the crowd and whatever, and there's a ton of them out there. And some idiot, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in that crowd or as part of the militia or whatever that know what they're doing. They probably train the probably good with their firearm. But some idiot, friggin', what did he do? He he accidentally discharged the weapon. Basically, he fired a round. He had his finger on the freaking trigger, and he fired a round. And I don't know what it hit, but it ricocheted. I think it hit the ground, or I don't know. It ricocheted. Hit 3 people. He shot 3 people with 1 bullet, which is ridiculous. I don't know how you do that. You gotta try. Even trying hard, you gotta do that. I mean, our vets, our military in Afghanistan and Iraq, they would have loved to have been able to do that every time. Hit 3 guys with 1 bullet, I tell you. But no, so, and then here's the best part. And this is what I don't know if you guys see. One of the leaders, right? One of the leaders of this group spoke out, made a video, and he has since taken down the video because of how astronomically stupid it is. And I encourage anybody to go try and find it, especially if you're learning more about firearms. But what happened is this guy tried explaining. He's like, this is an AR-15. This son of a bitch. He's like, this is a bullpup. You know why it's a bullpup? Because this son of a bitch kicks. First of all, that's not what a bullpup is. It's like, Jesus Christ. And then he's like, you know what happens? The bolt was open, right? So let's pretend this little hole here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. This is where the round goes in. It's a 22 long rifle, so it's very small caliber. So it's going to be hard to see. But right now, chamber's open, right? So in an AR-15, this is where the bolt would be. The bolt reciprocates back and forth, cycling the rounds, okay? Bolt's open. When you take an AR-15 with the bolt open and you slam it on the ground, or you hit it on something, or your shoulder, you hit it hard enough on your shoulder, the bolt will slam close automatically. And I'll show you exactly why that happens. Oh, hold on guys, we're still streaming. Camera died. We have another battery. We are coming in hot with another battery. This is what happens when you use a DSLR, boys and girls. You gotta work with what you got. And 3 hours is a lot. Boom. All right. Yep, we're going on. We're back. All right, we're back. Okay. So again, we're talking about what just happened. When you slam it on the ground or on anything, your shoulder, whatever, the bolt slams shut, and this is exactly why. So this is the same principle. It's locked back at this point. This would be the bolt locking back, and it's on this little pin. There's something similar to that inside the AR-15. And when you slam it back on something, this slide goes back, or the bolt goes back and unlatches from that little thing holding it and locks forward. And what he freaking said, is when that happens, when you slam it down and that bolt closes, the gun fires. No, it doesn't. Okay, and again, I encourage anybody to go look at this video, because this is a leader. This is the problem. This guy is a leader of, I don't even know how many people. It's probably 50 people out there. A militia that he's claiming is like a black militia. He's just like head figure of it, saying that it wasn't the guy's fault that he had an accidental discharge. It was the gun's fault. And then goes to explain how an AR-15 works in a complete bullshit way, trying to justify what happened by this guy shooting 3 people, saying that by slamming it on the ground, it automatically makes the weapon go off. And if that were the case, oh my God, by golly, the U.S. military would have killed themselves. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, it doesn't work that way. And even if you do that, you still have to pull the trigger to make it fire. And even if you have the trigger pulled down and you do that, the gun still doesn't go off. You have to let off the trigger and then pull the trigger. So this guy was an idiot. Stupid. He took the video down because it was dumb. And he got lit up by gun YouTubers all across the tubiverse. And anybody who knows the slightest thing about guns was lighting him up, because he's a freaking idiot. And the problem is, it's not just some guy. That's what bothers me. It's not just some dude. It's not just some guy on YouTube making a video claiming, oh, this is how an AR-15 works. It's like, okay, you're an idiot, but who cares? No, this is some like leader on national news talking about it like he's justifying this guy who shot 3 people accidentally. I'm not saying he intentionally shot somebody. It was an accidental discharge. And again, accidents happen. Those things happen. This is why you train. Again, that happened because you broke one of the 4 rules of gun safety. None of that will happen unless you break a rule. Gun safety, and you normally have to break multiple. But one of those rules are violated. And he accidentally shot 3 people. Accidents happen. It's terrible, but it could have been avoided. The problem is you have a leader, the leader of this group and this militia, whatever, going on national TV saying this is the gun's fault, which pisses me off because it does no good for responsible gun owners. Super huge rant, but you go look at the video. Go find the video, because every single gun YouTuber has been talking about it the last month, so I'm sure you can find it somewhere. All right, highway perks, see ya. You probably already left, but we'll see you later, bye. What about charging handle? What about the charging handle? This thing doesn't have a charging handle. Yes, there's a charging handle on the AR-15, but I was just trying to explain using my little Henry rifle. I don't have an AR-15 here. Yeah, I think he said that. Is that what he said too? Did they have 68 different ways of being discharged or something like that? I don't know. He was saying a bunch of different stupid shit in his video that I was just like cringing and like losing it. And again, accidents happen. It would have been like, I would have had 100% respect for if he would have said, we had an accidental discharge, owned up to it, right? Said that person who had that accidental discharge was not trained properly. We are going to go through our organization, make sure everybody's better trained, better the organization. Even if I completely disagree with your organization, I'm not saying I do or I don't, but it doesn't matter. The point is, have some freaking accountability for your people, right? Like, it's just insane. The bolt is actually just the second trigger for the AR-15. Shut the hell up. No, it's not. Don't start spreading those rumors. It's not. All the bolt does is push a round forward and keep it from blowing the gun up. It locks it in place when the round's in the barrel. Bolt does nothing. The firing pin inside the bolt is what fires the gun. The bolt doesn't fire the gun. The pistols raw are a H&K VP 9 9mm and a Glock 19 3rd gen. This is my baby. Okay. Midnight Bronze, VP 9. Okay. It's not the 2020 edition. So it's only got the 15 round mag, but I don't give a shit. It's got the Midnight Bronze slide. It's pretty badass. I know you're joking. I was just messing with you. But no, that's funny because that's what people like. But that's the message that guy was trying to spread, right? Is like, that's what blows me away. He's demonizing AR-15s by just banging it on the table, you can fire the gun. No, if that was the case, like, seriously, our military would have like had half casualties being friendly fire. Like, it's insane. Oh, and I have a little test for you guys. Because I talked to some Australians and they were mind blown when I told them this. And maybe some of you know. Do you know what AR stands for? Because most people are wrong. What does AR stand for? In AR-15, what does AR stand for? What are the pistols that chambers the round? Yeah, these are 9mm. H&K make nice firearms. Yes, they do. I love them. They get real complicated. It's a German gun, so if you look inside this thing, it's got like some weird shit going on. It's like, this is so unnecessary probably, but it is a German gun. Hey, Ra, you got it right. See, Obi-Wan, you're wrong. It's not automatic rifle. Nope. It's not assault rifle. Armalite. And that's important, people. I bet in the States this is the case too. I bet you ask 10 people, 5 or more, probably more than 50% of those people would assume AR stands for assault rifle. And it's probably even more prevalent in the States with the outrageous media we have against guns. Like, a certain media really goes out of their way to paint that picture. AR has nothing to do with assault rifle. It's just a shitty name. Like, honestly, why can't it be named something else? It's Armalite. It's the creator of the platform, the guy who designed the gun. Okay, it has nothing to do with assault rifle or automatic rifle or any of that crap. Because assault rifle doesn't actually have a definition, by the way. Like, what is an assault rifle? Tell me, what's an assault rifle? Like, by definition, what does it mean to be an assault rifle? Because this gun right here, let's pretend, because it would look kind of similar, this could be chambered in 5.56, right? You could have a rifle that looks just like this, chambered in 5.56. An AR is just 5.56, the same gun, fires the same bullet, same speed, same shit. But it looks like a hunting rifle. Is that an assault rifle? What's an assault rifle? Seriously, I haven't had one person be able to tell me what that is. Because there's no actual definition for it, by the way. It's kind of a rigged question. But are they all automatic? No, it's a felony. It's a huge felony. You go to jail for a long, long time if you have an automatic weapon. Automatic weapon means you hold the trigger down and it's just it's firing. No. You need very special permits and tax stamps to be able to own a automatic weapon. You just have to go through a lot of leaps and bounds to get it, and the government knows everything about you. Trust me, it's not a common thing. So it's not like you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be a bad person and kill a bunch of people, but I'm gonna get these tax stamps to get my automatic weapons. Yeah, no, the government's gonna be up your ass, and it takes years to get them. So it's not a thing. Every firearm, every pistol that anybody's ever buys is semi-automatic. All right, see you, human. It was great having you here. So assault rifles should be select fire rifles. What do you mean by that? Which are illegal in the US. Okay, so that's the point. Yeah. Good way to follow up with that. Yeah, your point. So select fire. Every AR-15 has a select fire. You can fire or safe, right? Those are your two options, right? You can get the military version of an AR where it has you can get a lower that has fire safe automatic, but you won't be able to build it to hit that automatic switch. The components inside, just because it says automatic on the side with a switch for it, doesn't mean you're going to be able to build it to do that. There's components inside that are specific to the automatic version of an AR platform that have to be in there. And again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, by just adjusting one little thing inside of your firearm can make it a felony. And that has to do with exactly that. It's a felony to have that kind of stuff. I disagree. Why would no farmer need an AR-15? AR-15 is chambered in 5.56. You can shoot .223. It is one of the best, if not the best, varmint hunting rounds out there. It is the same size, virtually the same size as a .22, right? 22 is .22. 5.56 or .223 is .223. So it's just a little bit bigger than a .22 round, except for it's traveling way freaking faster. It is one of the best varmint hunting rounds out there. So I think every farmer should have an AR-15, if you ask me. It's one of the best hog hunting guns out there. Assault you with my rifles, I guess, yeah. I guess, yeah. Any rifle you assault somebody with becomes an assault rifle, I suppose. I don't know how much it costs, Sammy Dog. I don't know if it's $15K a year. I know it's a lot. I know most people, you really have to dedicate yourself to this is what I want to do. I want to get my FFL. I want to get the tax stamps. I want to own these crazy cool guns. And usually you have some sort of collectors thing or some business around it. A lot of gun shops, gun ranges, so we have some locally here, they have automatic weapons there that you can rent and use at the range. And so they have to have those stamps in order to be able to have those weapons. They don't allow you to take them out of the building, but they'll let you shoot them in a controlled manner there to get the experience, because most people will never be able to shoot an automatic weapon in their life. It would be super cool, though. I personally never have. I would love to. I think it'd be sweet. But you have to do it in a controlled. My point is, you can't just go pick one up and start firing it. If you know somebody with those permits that has private land to do it, then you can do it. But it's very rare. I've never met anybody with. Well, I shouldn't say that. I know a few people who have them. I don't talk to them much, just old family friends and stuff. But yeah, it's not common at all. Yeah, Dave, you have wild hog. I'm telling you. Have you ever seen helicopter hog hunting? They use AR-15. They use 5.56. Okay, you don't want to be shooting freaking .308 rounds when you're trying to take down a herd of hawks. It's beautiful. I'm glad you love my videos, but firearms are my thing. So we're gonna have to try and find a little common ground here. Hey, Mick. Nice. You're in the Army. Very cool. Thanks for your service, bud. They use miniguns for. I don't doubt it. Like, and that's the other funny thing. Like, I'm not saying any of you guys are, but there are certain people out there who get all triggered about hunting. Like, why do we hunt? We don't need to kill animals. Why are we hunting? Yada yada. The fact of the matter is, they don't realize is these animal populations need to be controlled either way. So if you're not having public, like individuals like me, pay money to go out and hunt these animals, what you end up having, regardless, this is a fact, regardless, is you have taxpayers paying money and footing the bill for the government to hire professional shooters to take out these animals to control the population. The animals are getting taken out either way to control the population. It's happening. Now, do you want hunters to foot the bill, or do you want the taxpayer to foot the bill and just have them killed out of it from night vision goggles by sharpshooters? Either way, it's going to happen. Yeah, you can use 7.62. I mean, yeah, that's an 8. What is that? Isn't that the 8K round, right? Yeah, you can use 7.62. Yeah. They don't get the distance out on a 7.62 though, right? You went with the 5.56. Equipped with Nerf guns. You don't believe in the self-defense option? Crazy. I hope you never have to defend yourself. You don't want to wash these hands. Okay, Mr. Miyagi, let's go. Get that wax on, that wax off. Banzai. Hey, Will, how's it going, bud? Yeah, it's actually cool. I don't know. Some of you might know this because I talked about it in one of my other videos, but at my cousin's place, he's got an old car he found that we might be able to bring out to the farm and shoot up. Hey, babe. Come cuddles? Okay. Stay down. Say 5.56 is more accurate than 7.62? I don't know. I wouldn't say it's more accurate. I'd say it depends on your range, your distance. More accurate at 700 yards? Yes. More accurate at 100 yards? No. More accurate at 100 yards in fully auto? Yes. I mean, it depends on the situation. You're gonna try, but don't put a real magazine in a Nerf gun, you dummy. That's how you hurt yourself. What are you doing? Huh? You want all the attention in the world, or what? Has Daddy been sitting here too long? Is that what you're thinking? Huh? All right, get the butt out of my face. What I really wanted to do is some long range shooting. I'm trying to find somebody with some land to do some long range. I would love to do some shooting out at 1,000 yards. I'm not saying like to start at 1,000 yards, but like a range that can go out to 1,000 yards and start and kind of work out and do the whole minute of angles thing to figure out what you're doing. And I think that would be a cool experience because I've never had to do that. I think that'd be sweet. I know Lunker's got like this little competition going on right now to get somebody out there, but that's like, I'm sure there's like millions of people doing that. No, it's my cat. You can't have my kitty, Mr. Forrester. No kitty for you and my kitties. All right. Let me get off here shortly. You guys have any last questions? We can make this a firearm, but you guys have any firearm questions? Anything you guys want to know? Anything you're curious about? Mick, I don't know. I haven't shot either. Yeah, the American Army is they're changing their rifle over to the 6.8, and I think there's 3 companies. Last time I checked, there's 3 companies in the bid for the round. They're making a bunch of different types of rounds. Like one company's doing like a plastic case, and like, I don't know, there's some weird stuff. they're trying to make rounds lighter. And that's the big thing with 7.62. Like if you're carrying an AK around, like let's say you're in the military, right? You're carrying an AK around with all the rounds. Like those bullets are a lot heavier than 5.56. Like it's just more weight. Have I ever used explosives? Technically yes. Like fireworks and shit. Like, and like my dad, I remember when I was younger, he had some big fires. We used to have this one, they call it a silver salute. Or is it titanium salute? One or the other. Silver salute. It's basically a quarter stick of dynamite is what it is. And we blew up a sign doing that a few times. That was fun. But I've never used like big explosives. No, never. Got when I was in college out in Wisconsin, in the middle of nowhere, back in the day. I had a buddy, my roommate, in the middle of town with like 100 people. Got a bag of black powder. We started blowing stuff up. That was fun. You have an awesome factory for what? Oh, explosives? I think that would be cool. I mean, well, God, the thing with problem with explosives is you got to have a place, right? Like that's the other thing. Like same with long range shooting, you got to have the land. Oh, OB1, I have no idea who's going to win the grand final this year. I was saying the Tigers made a heck of a run recently. It seems like Port Adelaide didn't really hold their lead very well in the league, but so I'd say, I don't know, Tigers maybe. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't been able to follow the teams enough this year. I kind of jumped into the season, mid-season, watching the games, and then been spotty on watching the games here and there. So I don't know. Oh, weapons. They make weapons. Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, actually, I've thought about getting like a job within the gun industry, firearms industry. That'd be cool. Just try to find something that pays well. I love teaching people how to like shoot, and I showed a girl the other day, or a woman, I should say. She fired a pistol for the first time, and that was fun. Showing her how to do it, it was kind of cool. I like seeing that look on people's faces when they feel like proud of something they've done, you know, and they overcome something that can be scary. It's kind of cool. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean everybody can do better, be better at training. Like I say this about people in my own family. Like I get shit in my own family from people about how I'm about safety and like training. Like I think it's important to me because it prevents injuries. And again, they're not toys. Like you can go on YouTube after this live stream and put in gun fails, and you can see a lot of people shooting themselves. Okay, some of them are hilarious because it's hilarious to a gun owner. Let's just put it that way because of how dumb it is. Right? It'd be like watching somebody kick a footy for the first time and they can't even kick the footy. They just drop it past their leg every time. It's like mind-blowing how stupid it is. That's how some of these videos are to me. Most of the tanks are very rare. I don't know. We got a lot of tanks, man. I'm saying. We got tanks. We got some tanks. We got the tanks. Okay. Oh yeah, people can smack their face with revolvers. Yeah, that happens. Definitely happens. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever smacked my face with a revolver. I've punched the shit out of myself in my cheek though with the gun. Actually, before I go, do you guys want to see you guys want to see the biggest firearm I own? Then kicks my ass? Because I can pull it out. Give yourself. Oh, you raccooned yourself there, knockoff. Oh, you raccooned yourself, did you? What were you shooting? What were you shooting? I've almost done that. I've hit myself with the scope. I've never like punched myself hard. I've like hit the corners. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get my shotgun out. I have a 12 gauge shotgun. Here, I'll show it to you. Hold on. Oh, I got all my stuff here. Well, hold on. We're just gonna show off all our guns today, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What am I sitting on? You're too embarrassed to say what you're shooting? What was it, like a 22? It's okay. It happens. Shit happens. You learn. And honestly, raccooning yourself, it's way better than shooting yourself, okay? Like little things like that you learn. Like this thing here has punched me so hard in the cheek before. Like it's not even funny. I don't even... how many guns do I own? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Here? I have 5 here? I don't know, something like that. Oh, okay. This is my 12 gauge shotgun. Fits 3.5-inch magnums. The mags. Okay. Basically, it fits a shell that freaking big. Okay. This is my duck hunting gun, by the way. Or turkey. Well, it's not a great. The barrel's too long. I want to get a shorter barrel. It's a 28-inch barrel. Thing's a freaking nuts. It is. What do you say? 870? No, actually, Raw. I have an 870. Jesus Christ! I have an 870 and 20 gauge, a pump, Remington 870. This is a Mossberg. This is a Mossberg 935. Semi-automatic, gas-fed, so no pump. I don't have to pump this thing. There's no pump on it. You just pull the trigger, and as fast as you can pull the trigger, this thing will blast out shotgun shells. So, so the thing with this is, it isn't even bad, right? There's rounds I can put in here that don't kick that much at all. Okay, but when you put the 3.5-inch turkey loads, okay, these fucking things. And I'll grab one here in a minute when I put the gun away because I don't want to have it all out at once. But those turkey loads, watch out, cat, you just walk in front of it. God damn. So when you're cheeking it, right? And the thing is, I don't have a sight. There's no sight, so you're point shooting. When you have a bead at the top like that, I'm gonna point this at you, but that's okay because you're not actually there. There's a bead at the top, right? You point shoot when you have a bead. Okay, there's no sight to aim down. You point shoot when you have a bead. All right, that's what you do when you're shooting like ducks and pheasants and shit. So that means you rest your cheek on here. Well, when I was turkey hunting, I'm shooting my big turkey loads, and this thing kicks so much. And I'm a light person. The more weight you have on your body, the more you can absorb the recoil. This thing kicks me in the cheek so hard, I thought I was going to have a bruise up in my whole face after shooting this a few times when I was patterning my gun for turkey hunting. Devin, I guarantee you this thing will kill an emu. This thing can kill a bear. Easy. I'm just saying, I could put a slug in here and it will go through 5 walls and 4 people just fine. And I'll pull out a couple different rounds, shotgun rounds, and I'll show you the difference. And let me just put this away first. We're getting into this. I'm totally cool with gun stream. This is awesome. I was worried about doing gun streams, so I thought I'd start it light with a gun cleaning. But you know what? This is good. This is good. Yeah, Sammy Dog, you load them with magnums. That's what I'm about to show you. And that's what about took my cheek off. They're no fun. They're not fun to shoot. They're not fun at all. There's no fun in it. They suck. Oh shoot, I don't know. Do I have the magnum? Oh, I do. Here we go. All right. Okay. So this here is a slug, but it's only, what is it? It's a 3-inch slug. So this is a 3-inch slug, and when they measure it when it's opened, uncrimped, right? This technically doesn't have a crimp because it's a slug, but you can see in it. Gotta get my face out of the way. Get the face detection. It's one giant bullet. One giant freaking bullet in that thing. Like one hunk of a goddamn bullet that'll go through everything, right? This is for deer hunting, short range. Like this will blow a hole that big out of you, right? It's pretty violent. This is a slug, okay? Those don't kick nearly as bad as these sons of bitches, okay? These are the 3.5-inch magnums, turkey loads. Again, this is what it means to be crimped. So a crimp is just, God, my head. It's closed. So it's normally fully open, then they crimp it in. So the measurements before it's crimped. But you can see the difference, right? Like, it's big, this is a big round, right? Like, it's almost as big as this whole freaking side of this gun, whatever. This kicks your ass. I can only shoot like 2 of these before I'm like, nope, not doing it anymore. I give up, not doing it, not worth it. They hurt like a son of a bitch. Yeah, we can get like the 50 BMGs and all that crap. Like, I don't want to do that. Like my dad, it's funny because he has some rounds from some like elephant guns, you would call them. I think he has like a, what is it? He has a 10 gauge round, which isn't terrible. They still make 10 gauges. They're hard to find, but I think he has a 6 gauge and a 4 gauge. And the 4 gauge, I'm pretty sure it's 4 gauge. It's literally a cylinder like that tall, like 4 or 5 inches tall. Metal, this is like plastic, only the bottom's metal. The whole thing is metal, and it's like bigger than a quarter diameter. It's insane. He just has a shell from it. He doesn't have the firearm, but yeah, it's nuts. There's some crazy, shotguns are crazy. I mean, there's some big rifle rounds, and I get it, they kick. But shotguns don't go far, but they kick like a mule, man. Were you trying to say emus take 308 like airsoft pellets? Yeah, that's fine and all, but they're not taking a slug at 25 yards. All right, that's the difference between a giant hole versus a very fast bullet. And I get the logic. Like 308 is no joke. Don't get me wrong. You're taking down elk at 500 yards with 308. I get that. But there's something. The power of a slug at short distances. Nothing to bat your eye at. Trust me. What did I miss? What do I need concrete for? What's happening? To kill emu. Did I start a real problem here with talking about emus? We still got 17 people in here. It's 3.5 hours. Jesus Christ, what time is it? 1:30 in the morning. Holy crap. Quarters. Whatever. Your stupid little dollar thing. Here, this is one of your dollars. It's bigger than the roundness of that. Way bigger. Does that make sense? Oh, I suppose you had a whole emu war and you lost. How you can fucking lose against emus? I'm just saying, guys. Seriously, you losing against the goddamn emus? You gonna let a bunch of emus kick your ass? Seriously? All 16 of you? Oh, 303. I thought it was just a typo. Okay, that makes sense. How you gonna lose against a bunch of birds? Pansies. Just kidding. They ran away. That makes sense. Guerrilla warfare at its finest, huh? Yeah, good luck with that. That's basically why we lost Vietnam. Silencers, yeah, right. It might help. That would help against animals, for sure. Yeah. That's the other stupid thing. I mean, well, they changed the laws, but it was, I mean, years ago, you couldn't even have silencers on your rifles. Like, or suppressor. Like, what the hell? Why? So dumb. All right, have fun at work there. Knock. All right, so I got a little message for all 17 of you watching. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We made it 3.5 hours, which I wasn't planning on doing this. I was only planning on doing an hour, but we got on the gun topic and I love it. So I full on love doing this. So appreciate you subbing if you can. That would be amazing. If you like this video, hit the like button. Stay tuned for all my other stuff. I just want to get that out there. I appreciate it. And also, I do have a Patreon. If you want to support the channel, if you are looking for ways to support the channel, you can do it with the Patreon. It's the easiest way to do that. Channel is not monetized, so I don't make any money. It's just a hobby. But it would be nice to get some support in the channel to be able to use that for other stuff. Like I want to pick up some stuff and do some cool things on the channel. So hopefully down the road in the future, that'll become a thing. Also, which is really exciting, is the GoFundMe that Squirrel created for the trip to Australia. So if any Aussies want to participate in that, there's that as well. And then even if if you're not doing the GoFundMe thing, that's fine. The community is planning the trip. So if you want to be a part of like planning it, like what things to do and where to go, you want to be part of the meetups, hop in the Discord and let me know and talk about it. So we got a couple of years to plan this whole thing. So it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to get out there. I cannot wait to meet everybody, do all the meetups, see your beautiful country, even though you have no guns. Just kidding. I know you have some. And you know what's going to be awesome? I'm going to do a freaking video. Oh, this is going to be the best part. This is going to be the best part. It won't be the best part, but it will be pretty freaking awesome. I'm going to go to Australia. I'm going to shoot a video of me shooting guns in Australia. And y'all are going to get triggered, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. Thanks for the sub, Sammy. I appreciate it. I know you subbed a long time ago. I appreciate that. I don't know if I'd use subsonic rounds to hunt. It depends on where you're hunting and what you're hunting. But I would be highly skeptical to use subsonic rounds hunting. I'm going to all the cities. I'm talking all of them. Again, hop in the Discord. I think I might have it pinned. If I don't, I have a whole road trip map planned on all this where I'm going. But we're doing it all. No, I know subsonic is for the noise, but it's also subsonic ammo moves a lot slower than other ammo, and that's the reason it's not as loud, is because it's moving slower. It's a lot slower. And when you're shooting rounds for hunting, typically you rely on one of two things. You either rely on speed to do your damage, because, for example, the reason a 223 can be so effective is not because of the size of the bullet. It's the same size as a 22. It's a tiny bullet. But of how fast it can go breaks essentially the tension barrier in your tissue and causes it to tear rather than stretch and recompress. So speed is one factor, or the other factor is just the wound cavity in general, i.e. the slug, right? The slug isn't going that fast, but it's such a big bullet and it expands out it mushrooms into such a big bullet that it doesn't need to be fast. Subsonic ammo, the problem with subsonic ammo is if you're shooting a rifle round subsonic ammo, it's not going to do the same internally to whatever you're shooting. If you're trying to, speed kills. That's the whole reason you shoot that bullet, right? Because it's going so fast. But if you slow that bullet down, now you're removing what is lethal about it. So subsonic ammo has its benefits in certain situations, definitely. Hunting, though, it's a little questionable. Depends on what you're hunting. Hey, from Pakistan. Hello, Muhammad. Hello from America. How's Pakistan? Is it hot? It's probably hot. I feel like it's usually hot there. Just use bigger bullets. Oh, and that's where you get into the argument with the 10 millimeter, right? 10 millimeter, it's a big bullet. It's slow. It's fat. Works pretty well. But you're not shooting a 10 millimeter out at 100 yards trying to kill a deer. Like, that would be stupid. So, I mean, it depends on what you're doing. It depends on what you're doing. You know? Are you shooting squirrels? Or are you shooting elk? You know, it comes down to a lot of stuff. Explosive tips. Yeah, there you go. Like in Horizon Zero Dawn, don't they have explosive arrow tips? I haven't played that game in years. All right. Well, we're you know what? We're hitting rate 3 hours, 30 seconds. Holy schneity. This it's been a good one. Again, if you're watching, 12 of you, thanks for being here. You stuck around. Maybe not all of you, but glad you're here. Again, hit the like button, subscribe button, and the bell notification if you haven't already. Would highly appreciate it. And stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to be getting out of here. I appreciate you stopping in, Muhammad. I'm sorry I had to leave you here so soon. I'm sorry it's the rainy season. Hopefully it gets a little drier, but, it is what it is. Did you miss it all? It's been 3 hours. I've been here for 3.5 hours. Yes, you missed it all. You should go back and watch it. I don't know if YouTube's going to post all 3.5 hours of it. But yeah, or go back and watch it. It's been fun. If you want to learn about firearms, there's a lot of good information in this the stream I did. I'm not an expert by any means. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but this is just knowledge I picked up over a couple decades of playing around with stuff and learning and all that good stuff. So again, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm a Minnesotan, so I have a hard time saying goodbye. We can really drag it out. So yeah, we're just gonna get right out of here. Peace, love. We'll see you later. I gotta figure out how to turn this goddamn thing off. Cheers and good night. Yes, yes.